crossroads. It got its official Cleveland title in 1964 after former President Grover Cleveland. Tonight, this city plays host to a pivotal 2A Region 6 football game. Hello again, everybody, and go Bobcats. Alongside my broadcast partner, John Stevens, I am Jay Douglas. Spencer is our on-site producer. Ken is back inside our Eagle Sports Network studios as we come to you live on WELR Eagle 102.3. Tonight's game features the Cleveland Panthers and your Woodland Bobcats. The Bobcats travel almost 2 hours northwest for arguably the biggest game of the season. Woodland sits at 1-5 and 1-2 in region play. The Cats are coming off a much-needed bye week as they face a win-or-go-home scenario every week. The path to the postseason is easy to follow for the Cats, but it's much easier said than done. To clinch a spot in the playoffs, Woodland has to win 2 of their remaining 3 games. Record-wise, it seems doable, but the Cats will have their hands full these last 3 region games. It starts tonight with Cleveland. If Woodland wins, they are in the driver's seat for a postseason berth. A loss, and the road becomes a little bit tougher. It all begins tonight for the Cats in just a few minutes. The Cleveland Panthers are 2-5, 2-2 in the region, coming off a 58-0 win over Gaston last week. The Panthers' only other win came in Week 2 against West End. Cleveland won that game by a final score of 65-44. So players to keep an eye on for Cleveland tonight: senior quarterback Elijah Longshore, senior running back Matthew Walker, and senior running back William Adcock. Those 3 gentlemen hope to lead the Panthers to their own playoff spot in the postseason. Cleveland will have 1 region game left after tonight, so this game looms very large with their remaining schedule. It is homecoming night, and the Panthers hope it is a happy homecoming. For the second time in 3 weeks, Woodland has to be the homecoming opponent. 2 weeks ago, it did not go as planned as the Bobcats lost 37-8 to Randolph County. Woodland hopes they can spoil this homecoming parade and move one step closer to a playoff berth. Win 401 for Woodland is on the line tonight. Will they get it? Stay tuned and find out. John, I want to bring you in and get your opening comments on what you've seen out of this Woodland bunch the 2 times we've seen them.
Hey, Jay, it's good to be with you again. Good to be with Eagle Sports. Quite the ride up here this evening, and for the folks in Woodland who couldn't make the trip, we're glad we could do it for you. We know from the Bobcats' previous visits, or our visits to them, they're going to play hard tonight. They've got a lot in front of them, and hopefully the bye week they were able to get some things tidied up.
And, John, they've been blown out, it seems like, from the get-go and not getting off to fast starts. What do you think a key is tonight, them getting off to that fast start and keeping them in the game?
Well, they've struggled really to find offense all year. I mean, I think their record indicates that, and they've I think only 1 game they've scored more than 1 offensive touchdown so far this year. So really the key for them is going to be to be able to move the chains, to be able to pick up first downs, and to be able to sustain drives, and that's something we haven't seen out of them. And if they can do that, and they can possibly do that against Cleveland, a team that gives up a lot of points, if they can do that, they can keep themselves in this game.
And talking about this Woodland offense, the struggle to maybe find an identity and the struggle to maybe gain first downs consistently, what key players are you looking for tonight to get them off to that fast start?
Well, of course, the biggest thing that we've seen with them is their ability to be able to run the ball. I think they rely on that so heavily, and that starts with Brock Edwards and quarterback, Stephen Robertson running the ball. I think Parker Woodham, who was once our player of the week for a great effort play against Randolph County. I mean, those guys, and the guys up front, I mean, they have to open the holes. They have to sustain their blocks, and that's really where it starts at for them. And for them to have any measure of success tonight, on offensive and defensive lines really have to step up and perform.
Just to look at the remaining teams that Woodland has to play, Westbrook Christian right now 1-2 in the region. They play Gaston this week, and then West End 0-2. They play Ranburn. So if West End loses, which they might, and Westbrook Christian wins, then next week's game, if you win this one, that's for your season as well. So just goes to show you that anything can happen in this region, John.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. They have a lot in front of them every single week from here on out. I mean, if you can win this one, then you set up another really must-win game next week for yourself. But it starts tonight, and it starts for what's in front of you, and that's the Cleveland Panthers.
We'll go ahead and step out for a 2-minute timeout. Be back with plenty more pregame coverage as you guys listen to Woodland High School football on WELR Eagle 102.3. We're streaming online, Eagle1023.com, and the Eagle Sports Network. Back after this 2-minute timeout.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. Their highly skilled team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists offer intensive 6-day-a-week therapy services for all medical needs, including orthopedic and post-surgical care, stroke, and generalized weakness rehab. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500. The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season.
Dentistry isn't all about teeth. It's about listening and treating patients like family. At Dr. Michael Edwards' office, that's what you'll get. Located in Wedowee, Dr. Edwards' team of highly qualified dental specialists are there to address all of your dental needs, accepting patients ages 4 and up and offering a full complement of dental services, including implants, oral surgery with IV sedation, full mouth replacement, and prevention and treatment of gum disease. For more information, visit them online at miketooth.com or call 256-357-2882 to schedule your appointment. Keep those winning smiles bright.
Looking for a local Christian service store? Look no further than Morning Star Christian Gear. They offer the best selection of Christian-based products around, including King James Bibles, Bible covers, Day Springs box cards, communion supplies, and other amazing Christian-based gifts. Located on Highway 431 South in Roanoke. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 4. For more information, call Morningstar Christian Gear at 334-863-2425.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back out, everybody, to Cleveland High School here in Cleveland, Alabama. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. We're in a interesting location. We're in the end zone for the call tonight, so please bear with us if you're listening on radio. And, of course, if you're watching the game, please bear with us there as well. Not the most advantageous seat, but we'll make the most of it. We talked about 2A Region 6, talking about Westbrook Christian and West End. The rest of the schedule is just this game as Ohatchee has a bye. So we'll jump our way down to 3A and Randolph County, who we'll see next week. Randolph County 3-1 in the region. They take on Wellborn, who's 4-0. John, if Randolph County is able to win tonight and Sachs, who would be the opponent next week, loses, Randolph County's in the playoffs. Just talk about the Tigers and what you saw to them.
Well, yeah, you're right. So if they can win tonight, get a little help, they can go ahead and clinch that. But really, the thing that I saw with those guys, they have a lot of potential, and they have played some good competition so far this year, and I think that turning the ball over has really hurt them. If they can tidy that up, they can really make a push, not only to get in the playoffs, but of course to win a couple of games there, if not more. I mean, they should have aspirations of more if they can get those types of things cleaned up, especially the way they played Piedmont. And they're not. I mean, Piedmont's an established program and a past state champion. So, I mean. If you're Randolph County, you didn't win that game, and you certainly had it to win, and you played well, at least in the first half. But that just from that gauge alone, and the rest of their region, we'll see. But that is really their gauge so far to me. So if that is any indicator, and they can clean up their mishaps and turnovers, they're going to be a strong team.
Piedmont, as you mentioned, they play Glencoe and again have the tiebreaker against Randolph County. Pleasant Valley is playing Comer tonight, and Weaver is playing Sachs. So if Piedmont wins, as they probably will with Glencoe being 0-3, they will be a game away from clinching that region. So 4A now, and that's where the Handley Tigers call home. They play Lincoln tonight, and if Handley wins that one, they will still have games to win, but they put themselves in a driver's seat to win the region. If Lincoln wins this matchup, it's probably all but over. Lincoln would have to lose twice at the remaining few weeks of the season. John, just talk about Handley. We saw them last week, and they continue to do a good job when they don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, they do. They're very talented. I mean, offensively and defensively, we've seen them really get after it. And there again is another team that if you can limit the turnovers, and Handley especially has had some trouble with penalties. If you can get those types of things ironed out, they're going to be a tough out. I mean, their game against Lincoln tonight is really all important for them. I mean, they if they win that game and they can beat Talladega the following week, they're really in good shape as far as playoff and region standings.
Talladega is on the bye this week. Leeds takes on Holtville, and then Childersburg defeated Elmore County last night. So Childersburg 1-3 in the region. Elmore County 0-5 now. And last but not least, 1A, Wadley's on the bye. Their next opponent is Otaugaville. Otaugaville plays Billingsley. John, if Otaugaville loses to Billingsley, then you still have to beat them, but Wadley stands in good shape to get to the playoffs if they can win next week, because they have Notasulga afterwards. Notasulga 2-1 right now. So Wadley, their season's down to one game pretty much.
Yeah, you're right, and that's going to come against Otaugaville. Wadley's a team that struggled last week. Evidently, we didn't get to see that, but against their probably the best team in the region, you would think, coming out of that one with the loss. And it's going to be again another scenario where you get late in the season and you got the team across from you and you have to win to improve your position, or at least to keep your hopes alive. So for Wadley, that's going to be a must in their next game.
Lynette plays Lochapoga tonight, and then Verbena plays Notasulga. If Notasulga wins, they'll be 3-1. If Otaugaville loses, they would be 1-4. So you would technically still be alive if you did lose that game, but you definitely want to go ahead and take care of business next week. We'll step out for another 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll start breaking down this Cleveland team, because that's who Woodland has tonight. You guys are listening to Woodland High School Football on WELR, Eagle 102.3, and the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 2 minutes.
How long's it been since you've had a great steak? Go to Gedney's Restaurant and Grill in Roanoke and give yourself a treat. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill features specialty cut steaks, and they use a very special marinade. You'll love it. Gedney's has delicious steaks, starting with the 8-ounce Little Joe's sirloin, or choose the delicious 12-ounce ribeye. If you want a great steak, go to Gedney's. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill, more than just a steakhouse, located on Highway 431 in Roanoke.
Southern Auction Solutions is now offering online-only timber auctions. Let us sell your timber for top dollar. The sealed bid method is outdated. With the latest technology, we can offer an online-only auction which will maximize your profits. You control the final outcome. If you have a timber tract, it is worth your time to give us a call or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. At the end of the timber auction, you can say yay or nay. Selling your timber means putting cash in your pocket and allows you to keep your property, turning your assets into cash. Southern Auction Solutions, your full-service auction company.
It's not just your home or car. It's the 6 months you save for your Ultra HD flat screen just in time for football season, and the overtime you work for the third car so your team can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Ken Seifert sees your home and car as things you really work hard for. Ken understands what your things really mean to you, and he's here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke for your home and auto insurance today.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley is home to Southern Union State Community College and boasts an award-winning school system where students K-4 through 12 are located on one convenient campus. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom. Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out, everybody, to Cleveland, Alabama. Woodland and Cleveland on the horizon for the game tonight. There is a little bit of weather in the area, as we've been told, and actually I just felt a drop, so the kickoff might be delayed a little bit for weather, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to stick it out. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back here with you. John, let's look ahead to this Cleveland team, and what are you expecting out of them when we get going?
Well, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, they've not really played the level of competition that Woodland has. Their combined win-loss record of their opponents is only 18-19. So They come in scoring a lot of points. They score about 31 points a game, but they give up the same amount. So for Woodland, it might be a good time to get offensively on track, and that'd be a great time to do it tonight.
Good insight, John. And what do you think that they're going to look to do to give Woodland problems offensively? Because Woodland struggled to move the football. They've struggled to get constant first downs. What do you think their defensive game plan is?
Well, I think first and foremost they're going to try to stop the run. I think they probably have enough exposure of Woodland football to know that if they can stop the run, they're going to have some trouble passing the ball. It's not something Woodland wants to do. I think they possibly only pass, less than maybe 10 to 12 times a game, and only maybe complete half of those. So they're going to have to stop the run, and that's probably going to be their focus.
And with Woodland maybe knowing that the run game is going to be stopped early in this game, what do you think they're going to do to get Brock Edwards accustomed to the game passing the football?
Well, we've seen Brian Morris have some success going up and getting the football. We've seen him have success in special teams, so he'd be especially one of the players I'd look for if they do try to get the passing game going early. Even hitting the running back out of the backfield might be something that they can work into the game plan early on with Parker Woodham's a little guy, hard to cover, hard to tackle, gives maximum effort. So it may come down to those two guys as far as passing game for Woodland.
Talking about this Woodland team, and just this game means so much to both teams. Record-wise, Cleveland is 2-2 in the region, and that's where both those wins have come. With teams that are so evenly matched, what areas of the game will make the difference between a winner and a loser?
Well, a couple of things. Really, turnovers to tell the tale most of the time. If you win the turnover battle, most of the time you're going to win the game. Another thing I like to look at is third downs, getting off the field on defense, continuing your drives on offense. That's another big key indicator for controlling the game.
Let's run through some of our sponsors before we take another timeout. Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morningstar Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. Kickoff sponsor, State Farm Agent Ken Seifert. The timeout sponsor is Southern Auction Solutions and Mr. Ron Young, and the Player of the Week sponsor is Regional Medical Center. Our current Player of the Week is Nathaniel Pike from Hanley. We will crown a new Player of the Week when the game goes final. John, we were talking about the playoffs earlier in the broadcast, and we ran through the schedules. Out of the teams that are playing tonight, Woodland, Randolph County, and Hanley, what game intrigues you the most?
Well, I think given that we're here in Cleveland, this is really one that intrigues me because, one, Cleveland hasn't played near the schedule that Woodland has, and Woodland's played to their credit, they've played a schedule, and their opponents' win-loss percentage is about .666. So they have struggled, of course, to find an offense this year, and they've been blown out in a couple of games, but they have played some really good competition, and I'd just like to see tonight to see if these guys can get on the board and sustain some drives and get a much-needed region win.
Let's take a 2-minute timeout as we're going to get the national anthem. Back with more Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 2 minutes.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit sususcc.edu.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. TREA Outpatient Clinic provides a continuation of care in an outpatient setting, as well as providing therapy services to patients with any conditions that limit mobility. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center. The right care right here.
The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland High School, everybody. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. National anthem played there by the Cleveland Marching Band. Good rendition from them. John, as we continue to count our way down to this game, if you're either team and you win that coin toss, what are you looking to do?
Well, it's really, so if you're Cleveland, you don't have a great track record of defense so far this year, but then you look at Woodland and they've had trouble scoring and maintaining offense. So if I'm Cleveland, I want to kick the ball. I want to defer to the second half and hopefully gain that possession after halftime and put some distance between me and the Bobcats. But if I'm Woodland, I'd be tempted to take the ball and see if I couldn't sustain a drive down, maybe get a quick touchdown and get some momentum going.
And as we continue to count our way down, what do you think, the first 5 minutes of this game, what do you think makes the difference in a lead in the first 5 minutes of the game?
Well, we've seen one of the things I'm interested in seeing tonight is if Woodland can receive the kickoff. We've seen Brian Morris be very effective on kick returns, and we watched him take two back against Wadley. But that would be eye-opening, and that would swing some momentum our way for the Bobcats.
Piggybacking off that, John, talk about special teams in a game like this, because I think I talked about it last week. We have not really seen a whole lot of kicking going on, so just give me your thoughts on what we can expect out of the kicking game tonight.
Well, as we stand in the north end zone here, we're right behind one of the uprights, and I don't know, the chances of them actually kicking an extra point has been slim this year. We haven't seen them kick many extra points, well, we've seen a number of extra points, but yeah, you're right. Field goal attempts have been very minimal, and I don't know if it's just the lack of ability at this level or lack of snap ability, protection ability. I'm not real sure, but it could make a real difference. I mean, points instead of turning the ball over on downs is always a big factor.
Talking about the field goal game and extra point game, think a little bit about punting and field position and how that can play a factor into tonight's game.
Well, for Woodland, especially if you're having trouble on offense, and let's hope that they don't tonight, but if you can play the field position game with these guys and keep them back on their end of the field, it gives you a better chance to work that short field and come up with some points. And it'd be advantageous for Woodland if we didn't have to punt much tonight, but two, if we could keep them on deep or semi-deep in their own territory, that would be a win for sure.
Captains for your Bobcats: Brock Edwards, number 1, Dale Robertson, number 12, Briar Morris, number 18, and then number 50, Joseph Whitmore. And I can't make out the Cleveland captains. We're in the end zone, as we talked about, so please bear with us on that, both on the radio and on video. But we will do the best we can to give you the action. And it looks like Woodland has won the toss, and they want the ball. Either they won the toss and want the ball, or Cleveland won and deferred. But nonetheless, Woodland will get the ball first, and they'll try and put up a touchdown for the Bobcats. We'll take a minute timeout and be back with the kickoff. You guys are listening to Woodland Bobcat Football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back after this minute timeout.
Dentistry isn't all about teeth. It's about listening and treating patients like family. At Dr. Michael Edwards' office, that's what you'll get. Located in Wedowee, Dr. Edwards' team of highly qualified dental specialists are there to address all of your dental needs, accepting patients ages 4 and up and offering a full complement of dental services, including implants, oral surgery with IV sedation, full mouth replacement, and prevention and treatment of gum disease. For more information, visit them online at miketooth.com or call 256-357-2882 to schedule your appointment. Keep those winning smiles bright.
Every town has one, that friendly hometown restaurant that serves good food every day. In Roanoke, it's Gedney's Restaurant and Grill on Highway 431. What are you doing for lunch tomorrow? You could be enjoying Gedney's Lunch Buffet, home-style vegetables with a choice of meat. Give us a call at 863-8272 or come by and see why everyone eats at Gedney's. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill, more than just a steakhouse, located on 431 in Roanoke.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland High School, everybody. Cleveland running out of their banner. They're tunneled down to our right. They are wearing black helmets, black jerseys, and white pants. The Bobcats set to run out to our left in all white. White jerseys, white pants, white helmets, the orange and blue trim. It is homecoming night for Cleveland. They're 2-2 in the region, 2-5 overall. Woodland 1-5 overall and 1-2 in the region. John, before we get this thing kicked off, give us one final comment ahead of this game.
Well, as we talked about, Cleveland is coming in averaging 31 points a game. They're also giving up 30-some-odd points a game. So let's hope for the Bobcats that we can get some offense going and make this thing interesting and take home a win back to Woodland, Alabama.
Sponsors for tonight's game: Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morning Star Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. Your kickoff sponsor is State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Again, 334-863-2428. It looks like Woodland will be going away from us as we are in the end zone. Cleveland will be kicking to us. For those that are watching online, Eagle1023.com, and then listening on WELR, Eagle 102.3 as well. Woodland drops back Robertson, Morris, and Woodham as the trio that will look to return this kick. And kicking off for Cleveland, number 17, Lewis Cicado. Big 2A Region 6 game right here. The winner stands in good position to make the playoffs. The loser, the road gets a little bit harder. And it seems like it'll be harder for Cleveland because they only have one region game left, so Woodland still has 3. As that is a squib kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. And Woodland's going to get pretty good field position off the shank kick.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to muscle up on it, and when he did, he really pulled it to the to his own boundary over there.
Looks like it'll be at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Woodland. Again, they're going away from us here in this first quarter of play, and we'll try and guess the yard line as best we can, and again give you a good description of the action best we can.
Yeah, it may be tough tonight, Jay, to see the balls where they're spotted and things like that, but we'll do our best.
Brock Edwards is going to be the quarterback. Number 2, Jackson Loveborn splits out wide right. Robertson, the tailback, left, and 2 receivers break out left. As Edwards takes the snap and pitches it to Robertson left side, cuts it upfield, and then is taken down by the Cleveland defender, number 22 for Cleveland. That is Jacob Johnson. Looked like a pickup of about 2 on the play to the 37. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, Parker Woodham that time after the pitch had a pretty good block, but he didn't get him all the way, and therefore they only gained 2 yards on that play. But you got to sustain your block a little longer than that for that to be a bigger gain.
Woodham slot left. They fake it to Robertson. Edwards keeps up the middle, and then he's wrestled down by Johnson again, and a host of Cleveland Panthers in on that stop. And that's going to be a first down for Woodland. So a pretty good gain on that play by Edwards. Pickup of 9 on that play and a first down.
Looked like Edwards that time after he took the snap, fake to Dale Robertson, and looked like he wanted to try to get outside right, but hole opened up in the middle there, and he took advantage of it.
Edwards takes the snap. It's Woodham this time, up the middle, contacted right away, trying to spin forward, and then is knocked back. Number 4, Kyle Willis was in there. Big number 51, Logan Richardson as well. And no gain on that play. Maybe a loss of a yard back to the 46.
Yeah, just nothing materialized up front for the Bobcats that time. Big 51 in there immediately, putting the wood to Parker.
2nd and 11 with 10:26 to go in the first quarter. Woodland's first possession. They motion Loveborn across the formation. Edwards takes the snap, he'll throw. He's looking left. Now he scrambles out. And he's going to scramble and then get hit. Looked like Richardson was in there again, along with number 8, Matthew Walker. Edwards scrambled and maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit past it. And they will give him the original line of scrimmage, so just a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 10 at the 45 coming up.
Well, Cleveland had immediate pressure that time, and looked like we were going to get some yardage there, but 51 just closed the hole too quickly.
9:42 and counting here in the first quarter. The first 3rd down of the night for the Cats. As Edwards takes the snap, looks left, now looks right, now scrambles right, now trying to scramble back left, and nothing doing. First pressure sack in there, Gary Gilliland, number 2 for the Panthers. And after an initial first down by Woodland, they're going to have to punt.
Gilliland twice on this drive, he's provided immediate pressure. Looked like that time Edwards may have an opportunity to buy some time, keep the play alive, but the pressure and the pursuit just too much for Woodland.
Brian Morris going to drop back in punt formation for the Bobcats. And the Panthers look like they send Gilliland back deep. So the guy who just made the tackle is going to be back receiving the ball. The ball is at the 39-yard line, 4th down and 16 at the 9-minute mark. And now a flag, or do we have a timeout? Looks like a timeout, Woodland. It's brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Do you own a tract of marketable timber? We are now offering online timber auctions to our list of services. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com to get top dollar for your timber. We will take a 30-second break and be back with a 4th down play with 8:59 to go in the first quarter, and there is no score. Back in 30 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Looking for a local Christian service store? Look no further than Morning Star Christian Gear. They offer the best selection of Christian-based products around, including King James Bibles, Bible covers, Day Springs box cards, communion supplies, and other amazing Christian-based gifts. Located on Highway 431 South in Roanoke. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 4. For more information, call Morningstar Christian Gear at 334-863-2425.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Morris's punt is going to be bounced, and Cleveland does not field it on the other end, and Woodland will down it. So 8:50 to go in the first quarter. There is no score, and we'll see what the yard line is when they mark it. Again, it's on the far end of the field, so I do apologize. They marked it at the 12-yard line. So a pretty good punt for Brian Morris. A little punt of about 45 yards or so.
Yeah, it's definitely. So if you can't pick up, we picked up the one first down. We got up near midfield. We kicked them deep here. So defensively, the Bobcats can hold here and get the ball back in good shape.
8:50 to go first quarter. There is no score. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. Quarterback Longshore, and he runs the ball right, and that play's not going anywhere. It may not have gained anything as the Woodland defense was over there quickly. A host of Bobcats in on the stop, and we'll see where they put it down on this second down play with 8:36 to go in the first quarter and no score. And he did. He picked up nothing. Good pursuit there by the Woodland defense, I should say.
Well, it was hard to tell from our angle who he handed the ball off to. It looks like possibly Isaac Washburn, number 5, or number 6. That'd be Jacob Self, but he came to our. He came right on the formation.
Quarterback Longshore up the middle and then wrestled down. He's close to his first down. He needs the 22, and he might be just short of it. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Robertson in on that stop. Looks like it's going to be third down and about 3. Third down and 2, check it, at the 20-yard line.
It's like Cleveland goes with no huddle. They run the same play. It looks like gave them the same look, except they went the opposite way that time. And instead of handing it off, he just runs it up the middle for a good gain.
Longshore, the quarterback, with 7:37 to go in the first quarter. Third down. And Longshore hands it right side, cutting up and then driven back, and it'll depend on the mark on whether or not he got that first down. The Woodland defense was there very quickly, and I don't think he got it. Woodham, I think, was one of the guys in there, and 72, Matthew Butler, and it's going to be fourth down, no gain.
Yeah, it was really good pursuit. They read the quarterback that time, and he gave it, and they were all over it defensively. It's just hard to tell from our angle who to credit with that, but now it looks like they're going to punt the ball.
They actually lost 2, and Longshore is the punter, and Brian Morris is back deep. Morris will take it and is hit right away. The ball is free, and Cleveland's on it. I don't know how that's not a flag, but Cleveland gets the ball. There was no fair catch, and Morris was contacted immediately. And that's a tough break for Woodland. Cleveland will get it first and 10 off the turnover.
Well, I'm with you, Jay. I don't see how that's not catch interference, but they didn't call a fair catch. But for Woodland, somebody's got to make Norton Morris aware that he needs to get away from that or call a fair catch. He's got to know because he's had his eyes on the ball. He can't see the rush oncoming.
Handoff right side, cutting up and tackled after a few-yard gain. Looked like number 12 on the carry. Pierce Gillen on the carry for Cleveland. The ball's at the Woodland 48, and after a pickup of about 3, it'll be at the Woodland 45. Second out coming up for Cleveland.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to give the ball off to the right side again. Wanted to try to get outside, but number 10, Guy McManus over there setting the edge.
6:15 and counting here in the first quarter off the Woodland muffed punt as Longshore will throw, and that pass is almost intercepted. Morris was there defensively, Woodham as well. He wanted number 15, Samuel Aycock, pass incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up with 6:09 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, I don't think Longshore saw Briar Morris, or he wouldn't have thrown that ball. Morris had the best chance at that pass. And looked like they wanted 15 out there, like you said, Jay. Samuel Aycock, he was split out wide left.
3rd down and 7. Longshore screen right. Woodham gets blocked, and this might be a touchdown for Cleveland. To the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for the Panthers. Number 8, Matthew Walker, goes 45 yards on the screen pass, and Cleveland strikes first off the turnover.
Yeah, just a screen pass, and they had Parker Woodham blocked. I didn't catch the number. I think it was 59 for Cleveland, who really put a solid block on Parker Woodham that sprung him, and we just didn't have the numbers on the left side, on the right side there to contend with that screen pass.
Jonathan Hernandez is the kicker for Cleveland with 5:58 to go in the first quarter. Cleveland 6 and Woodland nothing. Snap back, kick on the way, and it is good for Cleveland. So the turnover comes back to bite Woodland, and the Panthers strike first. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with the kickoff. 5:58 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Cleveland. Back in 30 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley gives you all the safety small-town life has to offer while being a convenient distance from the amenities of big cities. No matter the distance traveled, you always feel the enjoyment of returning home. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom. Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tough start for the Bobcats. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back with you. 7-0 Cleveland on top. A muffed punt allowed the Panthers to get the ball back after they were forced to punt. And this is going to be number 11, Levi Pierman, takes the ball up to the 20, cuts up and might have gotten to the 25-yard line before a host of Panthers in on the stop. 51, Richardson again in there, and 35 for the Panthers, Micah Olberding. 1st and 10 Bobcats from maybe the 22. We'll get the update for you momentarily. 26 is the line of scrimmage.
Just go back briefly, Jay, to the touchdown pass. The Longshore, the quarterback, just throws to the short side of the field for the screen, and we just didn't have the numbers after Parker Woodham was blocked to the ground, and we just didn't have the numbers over there to contend with that play.
Luca Brown is in as a fullback for the Bobcats. They pitch it to Woodham right side, cuts up, and got a few yards. Tackled by a host of Cleveland Panthers, one of them being number 2, Gary Gilliland, and another was 22, Jacob Johnson. That kickoff, by the way, was brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. 5:42 clock is stopped for the moment, and Woodham got nothing on that play.
Jay, I think they just marked off illegal procedure against the Bobcats.
So an illegal formation maybe.
Yeah, yep.
So penalty against, so it should be 1st down and 15 from the 21. And they go with that full house backfield again. Luca Brown and Robertson in front of Wooden. Edwards the quarterback. They'll try Woodham left side, and he's contacted by Gilliland again and maybe fell forward for a yard or two. It'll be 2nd down coming up for the Bobcats with 5:19 to go in the first quarter, and Woodland trailing 7-0.
Yeah, Woodland right now struggling a little bit up front. The back that Tom Parker did not have really a full head of steam before he was contacted, and just fortunate for him, he was able to gain look like about 3 on that play.
2nd and 12 from the 24. Morris wide left. They fake it to Woodham. Edwards rolls right, looking to throw. Now comes back to the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Overshot Morris. And no flag on the play. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 12 with 4:51 to go in the first quarter. And now it looks like there might be one. The referee is walking up, and it's a hold on Cleveland. So Woodland will get a penalty and an automatic 1st down. And Robertson limps off, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. Brock Edwards that time, so we saw the pass behind Briar Morris, but luckily for him, it was a hold on the play. But the route was open. He just has to make a better throw than that.
So 2nd and 2 after the penalty from the 34-yard line. Woodham the tailback. They'll fake it inside. Luca Brown goes left, and he might have his 1st down. He will have his 1st down. And a 1st down for the Cats, number 15 for Cleveland's Acock in there, but not before Luca Brown gets himself a 1st down.
Boy, it looked like Cleveland that time had moved a couple of linebackers up right over the guards for Woodland, and looked like they were showing pressure right up the middle, but Woodland just ran right through it.
4:27 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 38, 7-0 Cleveland. Brown motions, and they will pitch it to Woodham right side. He's trying to get outside, blocked by McManus, and cuts it up, gets another block outside. He is in Cleveland territory, and finally taken down on the Cleveland side of the field. A huge play for Parker Woodham, and good blocking out there by his teammates. We'll see where they officially mark it again. They're going away from us. They mark it all the way down to the 27 of Cleveland. A huge gain of what looks like 55 yards.
Well, you said it, Jay. So they pitch it right, and this play goes nowhere if not for Luca Brown and Guy McManus out there. Really good blocks to spring Parker Woodham on that play.
1st and 10 Cats from the Cleveland 27 as they pitch it to Woodham left side. Cuts up and might got a few yards. Contacted by 24, Brian Weems for the Panthers defensively. And looked like he got maybe close to 5 or so. We'll see where they mark it. Maybe not quite that much, maybe just 2 from the 25-yard line.
Jay, that may be the same play, just run it the other way. It looked like Luca Brown was a little shaken up on that play, but he's up and looks like he's staying in the game.
Single receiver left is Morris. Lovorn comes tight right. Woodham is one of the tailbacks, and Brown in front of him. as Edwards fakes it. He will throw, rolling right, now throws it deep right, and that pass incomplete. He had a man open, but incomplete. He wanted Loveborn in the end zone. He had a step, but the pass was errant. It'll be 3rd down and 9 with 3:07 to go in the first quarter.
Well, Jackson Loveborn, really good route that time, comes across the formation and is open. He just could not get to the pass. He did everything physically possible for himself to make himself available, and he even made an exceptional diving attempt at that. He just could not come up with it. It's thrown a little too far.
I'm not sure why the clock is running when that was an incomplete pass, but the clock is moving, and Woodland is going to take another timeout. And that time, there was actually a penalty. They called a penalty. We'll try and get that, but the timeout is brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or are feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We're experts in solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. We will step out for 30 seconds and be back with more. A second down play for Woodland with 2:55 to go in the quarter. 7-0 Cleveland. Back in 30 seconds.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit suscc.edu.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Cleveland, everybody. That was an incomplete pass as Edwards was pressured. His arm got hit, and they called it incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 15. Again, there was a penalty after that timeout, so it's 3rd down and 15 instead of 3rd and 9. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back here with you. Cleveland up 7-0, but Woodland on the move. And this might be 4-down territory if you're the Bobcats, so you might want to try and get half of it here. Morris and Loveborn wide right. Edwards takes the snap. He's got plenty of time. It's a screen pass. It's called. Woodham, left side. He's got a blocker from Butler, and he will cut back and score! Touchdown for the Bobcats! Parker Woodham, the screen pass from Brock Edwards, and it's 7-6.
Just a straight drop that time. And straight drop that time from Edwards, And Parker Woodham just leaks out of the backfield to the left. And as the line penetrates through, he just dumps it over him. And gets good blocking all the way down the field for the touchdown. And now an opportunity to tie this game.
So Woodland comes right back after the errant turnover. And they are an extra point away from tying this game up. And both touchdowns have been scored on screen passes. The kicker is number 50 for Woodland, Joseph Whitmore. Edwards is going to hold. Snap back, kick on the way, and it's right through. So Woodland, after falling behind 7-0, they come right back down the field and tie the game up to make it 7-7. We'll step out for 30 seconds and be back with the kickoff. Your new score with 2:38 to go in the first quarter. It's Woodland 7 and Cleveland 7. Kickoff is next. Back in 30 seconds.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center. The right care right here.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Your new score is 7-7 as Jay Douglas joins you back here at Cleveland. I'm joined by John Stevens. 2:38 to go in that first quarter, and it's 7-7, and Cleveland is set to get the kick. Kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Whitmore will kick for Woodland, and it's a straight kick, and the ball is live, and Cleveland has picked it up, and this is a return out left side, and this might be a run back. It's number 12 for Cleveland. He will outrun Whitmore, or Champion does get him out of bounds. Jacob Champion saves the touchdown. Number 12, Pierce Gilliland on the return. And it'll be deep in Woodland territory. See where the final mark is, around the 15-yard line. So the ball was bouncing, and Cleveland picked it up and then started running with it, and they get a big return deep in Woodland territory.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. That ball bounced around long enough to just affect the coverage of Woodland, and everybody kind of bunched up in the middle there. And at the time that Pierce Gilliland was able to wrangle that ball, he had an opening on the left side of the field here. And luckily for Woodland, Jacob Champion got him out of bounds.
Longshore hands to Gilliland, but Whitmore is right there to fill the hole. And that gain picked up about 4 to the 12 maybe, with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Second down coming up for Cleveland.
Joseph Whitmore in there on that tackle, and Mick Bailey also on the tackle.
2 minutes to go first quarter, 7-7 your score, but Cleveland in danger of changing that. Single receiver right and a tight end left as Longshore will hand it up the middle, and this might be close for a couple yards. Carry up the middle by number 8 for Cleveland. That is Matthew Walker, and he got to the 10, so he picked up 2. Third down and 6 coming up.
So Cleveland, for the most part, as far as what we've seen tonight, they're staying in the shotgun. They go no huddle, and they will generally have one back there with Longshore.
And Walker is that back, and he gets it left side, trying to cut outside, cuts up, and close to the goal line, a first down, and they spot it at the 4. So he picked up 6 on that play, and a first down for the Panthers.
So it's just like a little zone read right there. And gets them really close down. Looks like a first and goal now for Cleveland, and we'll see if they remain in the shotgun, which looks like they will.
Single receiver right. Longshore hands it to Walker up the middle to the left, and he scores. So a touchdown for Matthew Walker, his second of the night, his first rushing touchdown of the night, and Cleveland, just like that, goes back in front 13-7.
Well, Mick Bailey for Woodland gets there. It's just too late, it's too far downfield. And the zone read right now really affecting Woodland's defense, but they're not helped. They're not helped at all by the big return from Cleveland.
Hernandez, the extra point, if they choose to kick it, and they will, they'll move the formation and set up in the traditional kicking formation. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter, 13-7, Cleveland in front, extra point coming. Snap is back, kick on the way, and that got through. So 14-7 is your score, and Woodland will have a chance to get the ball back as we wind down this first quarter. We'll actually keep it here as the quarter's almost over. And John, 3 possessions in, what are your takeaways thus far?
Well, so a couple of miscues there for Woodland. One, that we were baffled by, that we would have figured there would have been a catch interference or some sort of penalty, but nonetheless, it's a mistake on Woodland's part, the turnover on the punt, and then to have the other special teams miscue, so to speak, is really not your fault, but the coverage just kind of bunches up down there in the middle, and they get the big kick return. But offensively for Woodland, some promise. Also, look, on the first drive here, after the kickoff, we were able to stop them and force a punt. And I think defensively we can get back to that, but you can't put Cleveland on a short field. We've seen that.
Kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. We'll get some scores for you as we wind down the quarter. Pierman's going to have another chance at it. Takes it at the 15, goes to the 20, and is contacted across the 25, maybe got to the 30 with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wellborn is up on Randolph County 7-0, and West End right now up on Ranburn 12-0. Get some more scores for you as we go throughout the night. Notasulga 23-0 over Verbena. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, 14-7. The Panthers lead. First and 10, Woodland from their own 29.
Jay, I don't think we've seen Dale Robertson come back into the ballgame since he went out.
Definitely monitor that as we go throughout the night. Edwards takes the snap, he'll throw. He's looking right all the way, goes to the sideline and overshot his man. He wanted Morris, and that one sailed in the Cleveland bench. Coverage by number 15, Samuel Aycock, 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Aycock just had man coverage out there in the right flat, and it looked like Edwards just wanted to drop it over top and just overshot him just a little bit.
Hanley 16, Lincoln nothing in that one. And we'll try and find the other 1A game, which was Billingsley and Otaugaville. As Edwards takes the snap and runs that veer play, and it's not going anywhere. It was sniffed out beautifully. Number 64 for Cleveland, Brandon Wilson, was in there first to disrupt the read, and a helmet is popped off a Cleveland defender. That's 51, Logan Richardson, with 18 seconds and counting. 3rd down and long coming up for the Cats, which will probably be the first play of the second quarter. 3rd and 14 from their own 25, a loss of 4 on that play.
Yeah, it looked really like they might have ridden the handoff or the fake handoff a little too long that time as the defender closed in and really messed up the works there for Woodland now. 3rd and long.
And we will take it to the second quarter. The teams will change ends. There's been 1 turnover in the game. Woodland faces a 3rd down and 14 when you come back. We'll take a minute timeout as you guys listen to Woodland High School football on WELR Eagle 102.3 and the Eagle Sports Network. Back after this minute timeout.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. Their highly skilled team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists offer intensive 6-day-a-week therapy services for all medical needs, including orthopedic and post-surgical care, stroke, and generalized weakness rehab. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500. Looking for a local Christian service store? Look no further than Morning Star Christian Gear. They offer the best selection of Christian-based products around, including King James Bibles, Bible covers, Day Springs box cards, communion supplies, and other amazing Christian-based gifts. Located on Highway 431 South in Roanoke. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 4. For more information, call Morning Star Christian Gear at 334-863-2425.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Back here at Cleveland, second quarter begins, and it begins with a quarterback eluding Edwards, scrambling right, looking for a receiver, now chucks it downfield. Loveborn is there, but it's woefully underthrown, and it might be intercepted, and it is. Intercepted by Cleveland's number 12, Pierce Gilliland, with 11:47 to go in the second quarter, and a turnover to start the quarter.
Well, Gilliland's having himself a good first half here for Cleveland that time. Edwards escapes pressure. It looked like it may have been a design quarterback draw, but as he attempted to get beyond the line of scrimmage, he was confronted. He scrambled around and thought he saw an open receiver down here, and may have. The ball was just well underthrown and eventually intercepted.
Longshore motions Gilliland across the formation. He'll keep it up the middle, going right and drugged down by Morris, I believe. Pickup of maybe 8 or 9 with 11:34 and counting here in the second quarter. 14-7, Cleveland leads. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back with you. Looks like it was a 9-yard play. So second down and 1. Now they say 2nd and 3.
So they bring Gilliland that time on the motion across the formation, and as they snap the ball, they fake the give to him, and that vacates a hole for Longshore, the quarterback, and that's a pretty good pickup on first down.
Longshore quarterback hands it to Walker, left side, out of one tackle, cuts up to the middle, and out of another, and he will outrun everybody to the end zone. Matthew Walker for the touchdown for the Panthers with 10:56 to go in the second quarter, and it's 20-7 in favor of the Panthers. Walker from 38 yards out puts Cleveland up 21-7.
Well, for Woodland there, you got to tackle better, just to be honest with you on that, Jay. It looked like he stepped through about 3 tackles, and a number of guys had opportunities at him, but as he got in the open field there was nobody left on the left side of that field to contend with him.
Hernandez will kick it with 10:54 to go in the half. 20-7 the score right now. Woodland had the game tied, but just a few minutes later, it seems like it's changed in the blink of an eye. Hernandez's kick is a low one, but it gets over the crossbar and good for a 21-7 lead. Let's step out for 30 seconds and be back with the kickoff. 21-7, Cleveland in front. Woodland's going to get the ball back, trying to get back into this game. 10:54 to go in the half, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley is home to Southern Union State Community College and boasts an award-winning school system where students K-4 through 12 are located on one convenient campus. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom. Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland, everybody. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. 10:54 to go in the half. Cleveland set to kick it back to Woodland. Saucedo will kick for the Panthers. Seems like this game has changed in about 3 minutes. As Saucedo's kicks a squibber, and it'll be taken by Pierman, I believe. Going up the middle, now cuts left, trying to get out of a tackle. He does, but the rest of the Cleveland special teams is there, and they corral him with 10:43 to go in the half, 21-7. That kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428.
Jay, we certainly don't want to speculate about an injury, but Dale Robertson's still on the sideline over here with his helmet off. Looks like possibly favoring the right leg. But let's watch this here now because it's important for Woodland not to go 3 and out, I would think.
They will pitch it right, and this is Woodham, and he is dragged down by the jersey. Quick penetration in there by the Cleveland defense, and that play may not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. If it did, it didn't gain much with 10.5 to go in the half.
Yeah, try to run right, off the right side there. Near a horse collar, he brought him down by the collar of the jersey.
I think he was in front, which might have saved him the call. 2nd and 9 after a yard pickup. Edwards, the quarterback, 2 receivers right, Morris and Loveborn, and a single receiver left. Edwards takes the snap, he'll throw. He set up another screen, pass is dropped. Oh, Woodham had it. But that play might not have gone anywhere because I see a Cleveland defender, Brian Weems, was right there. So if it was complete, it may not have done anything with 10:04 to go in the half, 21-7, Cleveland on top.
Yeah, it looked like Weems was in the area. It looked like they also had another defender in there. Hard to tell that number from right here. Maybe possibly Joshua Adams for them, just right in that area. So if he does receive that pass, it's a good chance that maybe one of those guys, maybe both of those guys are unblocked for the tackle.
2 receivers left, one of them being Tate Bradford as Edwards takes the snap. He's got plenty of time. Now he'll scramble out, scrambles up the middle, scrambles right, looking for a couple blocks, gets past Gillen, and then Gillen actually breaks down beautifully to make the tackle. We'll see where the mark is. That might be a first down, John, and it is.
Yeah, they're going to signal for a first down. That's that was not. I don't believe that was a designed quarterback run there. It just doesn't look like they liked the coverage or didn't like what he saw downfield. Made really a good choice there to get upfield and get some yardage on a 3rd and long, and that's exactly what Woodland needed. To go 3 and out right there and give Cleveland the ball back would have been would have really hurt.
2 left and 1 right receivers. Edwards, he'll throw again. He's looking over the middle, and the pass is caught out of 1 tackle. Morris, and he's close to another first down. Morris got out of the tackle. I believe number 5, Stephen Dean, had him, but he couldn't bring him down, and that's going to be another first down for the Cats, John.
So we started the game talking about how Woodland throws the ball about 11 to 12 times a game, and now they've opened up the offense, it seems, here. Briar Morris that time across the as he comes across formation, catches the pass and just spins out of the tackle and picks up enough for the first down. Really good effort on his part.
5 first downs now for the Cats. They trail on the scoreboard, though, and they're in Cleveland territory at the Cleveland 47. Edwards, quarterback draw, going right. He's got a little bit of room, tackled from behind, but falls forward. Gillen was in there, Chasing him was Walker, and he's close, and he actually has another Woodland first down with 8:54 to go here in the half. 21-7, Cleveland in front.
Yeah, you called it, Jay. He took the shotgun snap, and immediately as he recognizes the defense backing up, it's a quarterback draw all the way, and he takes off, and he's got good speed up the right side here. And it takes all the way to till he gets to Gilliland before he gets his first contact.
Pickup of 11 on that last play at the 36 of Cleveland. 3 receivers break out left, McManus, Morris, and 84 Morales. And they'll keep the ball up the middle, and not much in the middle for the Woodland offense. Woodham was carrying the football. We'll come up on the 8-minute mark here in the half, and that play looked like it went nowhere.
Yeah, Edwards still in the shotgun that time, and gives the Woodham across the formation, and he comes across. It looks like from his vantage point, it looks like he thinks he should cut it up, but from where we're standing, it looks like if he cuts that ball outside, there's green out there, but just hot pursuit right there from Cleveland.
Edwards, the quarterback, he'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Woodham right side, and that play is going to be brought down in the backfield. Big number 4, Kyle Willis, makes the stop for the Panthers defensively, and Woodland now begins to go backwards after picking up back-to-back first downs. Only a loss of 1, so 3rd and 11 coming up at the Cleveland 37.
Well, it looked like a very similar play, if not the same play, and this time they do attempt to get outside, but Cleveland looked like they had corrected their the mistake on the earlier play where they didn't have anybody outside there, and they had a host of Panthers in there on that side this time.
2 receivers right and 1 left. Morales stays in the game wide left. 3 receivers break out right. Edwards by himself. He takes a shotgun snap. He's looking left, looks back right. Plenty of time. Finds Morales. He's got it. He got one man to beat, and Gilliland gets him down, but not before it's another first down. Morales on the reception, and another first down for the Cats.
That was a really nice read right there by Edwards. He really had his choice of Morales or Briar Morris on that play. Briar Morris had found himself all alone down in the right, sort of the right, not the end zone, but very near the end zone. He took the safer pass and the more sure pass and turned it into an important first down right here. This is a good drive by Woodland.
17-yard play, 21-7, but Woodland on the move at the Cleveland 20. 2 receivers right and 1 left, or left and right. They pitch it left for Woodham. He will cut it out right. And he's going to get inside the 15. He's going to cut back, and he is going to score. A 20-yard run for Parker Woodham. And Woodland is back on the scoreboard, making it 21-13 in a huge bounce-back drive.
Well, that is a really good design play right there for Woodland. Brock Edwards almost looks like, so he takes a shotgun snap, almost looks like he wants to raise up and throw it. He had 2 receivers to his left. And as the defense, the defensive line comes forward, they just pitch it out. And so Parker Woodham just goes through the vacated space. Really good blocking out there on the perimeter by the receivers.
It looks like we're going to have a penalty.
Now they've thrown a flag here.
I think it's on Cleveland for unsportsmanlike, and it looks like that's what it was. I did not see what happened, but it was unsportsmanlike on Cleveland. Extra point coming from Whitmore to make this a 7-point game with 6:15 to go in the half. But what a drive by Woodland. That's really one of the few drives I've seen them put together in the times we've seen them. Extra point is good, makes it 21-14. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Woodland High School football as you listen to Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
It's not just a home or car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Ken Seifert sees your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Ken understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke for your home and auto insurance today.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Back here in Cleveland, everybody. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. Spencer running our stuff here on the on-site producer. Kenneth back in our Eagle Sports Network studios. 6:15 to go in the half, and it's 21-14 Woodland with a huge bounce-back drive to get within 7. Whitmore will kick, and we tell you that the kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428.
Jay, that was a really important drive for Woodland and converted a couple of really big third downs.
Good kick by Whitmore. It's going to go back into the end zone. It did not break the plane, though. And the return by Cleveland and taken down. Return by number 15, Samuel Aycock. He had a little bit of a hole. He got past the 30. And they'll see where they mark it, maybe up around the 35-yard line. 6:10 to go in the half. 21-14 Cleveland on top when they start with pretty good field position.
That may be one of the better kickoffs we've seen this year too, Jay. That one's almost to if Aycock lets that go, that's through the end zone. But he elected to bring it out, and looks like they're going to have pretty good starting field position here. And it's a big opportunity for the Woodland defense.
Did not get to the 30. 1st and 10 from the 28 as Longshore keeps it himself up the middle. And he's got a pretty good gain. Matthew Butler, the first guy to contact him. But Longshore keeps driving forward. And he may have got 8 or 9 on the play as we wind under 6 minutes to go in the half. Cleveland 21 and Woodland 14. Maybe just a 6-yard gain, 6 or 7 on that play.
Yeah, just zone read again that time. But this time just the quarterback keeper, Longshore, making his way up through the tough middle part of that defense where he meets with Matthew Butler and those guys.
5.5 to go in the half. 21-14 Cleveland in front. They do get the ball to start the second half, so this is a huge 5-minute stretch right here. Longshore with 2 backs in the backfield. Gilliland right side. He will cut it up, but going nowhere. Whitmore, the kicker, comes from behind, but it looks like he did gain the first down, maybe just short of it. Oh, no, they're going to give him a first down, so Whitmore did contact him, but not before a first down was gained.
Yeah, it looked like from our vantage point, Gilliland had 2 blockers out front there. It just he was tracked down from behind and saved even more yards.
He picked up 4 on that last play. And Longshore breaks a receiver outright. That's Gilliland, and a receiver left as well. And they motion a guy across the formation, and they will give it to him. And this is number 5 for Cleveland. He breaks out left, and he's contacted. A flag is thrown. This might come all the way back. Stephen Dean was carrying the ball, but I think there was a hold on Cleveland out wide on the left side, and we might back this up.
Yeah, it's out on the perimeter. Like maybe they get Gilliland for the hold there on Levi Perlman. He ended up making the tackle anyway, but he was being held by the receiver out there.
It's unfortunate because it's from the spot of the foul, so the play will gain yardage. Looks like it'll be 1st and about 5 when they respot the ball. So 1st and 5 from the 43. 4:45 and counting here in the half. 21-14, Cleveland on top.
Just saw Matthew Butler run off to the sideline there.
Hope everything's okay with him. Robertson's still out. Longshore motions Gilliland. He will hand it to Gilliland right side. He'll cut it up, and he will cut back, and he is into Woodland territory, and nobody's going to catch him. He cuts all the way back to the left, and he goes in virtually untouched, and another touchdown for the Panthers. That one, number 12, Pierce Gilliland from 57 yards out.
Well, that's that one hurts a little bit there. It's still some time on the clock here for Woodland, but they found something that they like on the perimeter for Cleveland, and this is the second time Gilliland's really taken a big gain from his left wide receiver spot.
4:18 to go in the half. 27-14, Cleveland in front, and Hernandez set for the kick. Snap is there, and it is good. 4:18 to go in the half. 28-14 is your new score. A 57-yard run from Pierce Gilliland. Step out for 30 seconds. Be back with the kickoff in a couple of moments. You guys listen to Woodland High School football on WELR Eagle 102.3. Back in 30 seconds.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit suscc.edu.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland High School, everybody. 28-14, the Panthers in front. Cats set to get it back. 28-14 is your score. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back with you. And the kick from Cicado is on the ground, picked up by the Cats. And going up the middle, that might be Briar Morris. And he gets a pretty good gain with 4:10 to go in the half. Kickoff brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Again, 334-863-2428. The rain begins to fall here at the stadium. Now, that won't stop us. We'll have as much commentary as we can. We'll just save our equipment, and we'll just get drenched. Two receivers right and one left for Edwards out of the gun. 1st and 10 from their own 32 for the Cats. And Edwards pitches it right, and nothing doing. A host of Cleveland defenders in there. If it gained anything, it gained very little. It may have lost a yard with 4 minutes to go in the half. 28-14, Cleveland on top.
Well, he took the shotgun snap that time and a little pitch out. Looked like maybe Luca Brown out that way, and he tries to immediately turn it up, and it's just nothing there. It looks like he might have credited him with a loss on the play, Jay.
So 2nd and 12. The last scrimmage was the 32, and now it's the 30 for Woodland. 3.5 to go in the half. 28-14, Cleveland in front. Edwards takes the snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll scramble up. He scrambles right, gets past one tackler, goes outside, cuts it back up. Gilliland contacts him, and he might be close to a Woodland first down, and he will have it. So another first down for Woodland on the Brock Edwards run.
Well, they're taking the shotgun snap again, and looks like he wants to throw the ball this time, but just sees an opening, and he proceeds to take his opportunity to advance through that opening and the vacated space for the Panthers. And Woodland has found something now apparently that they like in the quarterback scramble and the passing game.
13-yard play on that last carry, and this is a handoff up the middle, goes for very little as Cleveland contacts the running back like Luca Brown on the carry, and no gain. 2nd and 10 from their own 43.
Yeah, Logan Richardson for them as big number 51. He's been very active all night and has been in on a lot of fisticuffs right there in the middle of the line.
They mark it back a yard, so 2nd and 11 from their own 42. Two receivers right and one left. Morales in the game, wide left. As Edwards takes the snap, he'll throw. He goes across the middle, and the pass is caught. Boy, I thought that play was not going anywhere. It may have been batted back, and Whitmore caught it. And now we're going to get a timeout somewhere. There is a flag down, I think. So we'll try and sort all this out. I was screened off, so I do apologize. But we'll try and get the call for you with 2:10 to go in the half. 28-14, Cleveland in front. And there is no flag, actually. So that pass was batted, and I think Whitmore caught the ball. So it's going to be 3rd down. It might have been incomplete. It might be 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, it looked like the play was intended to go to Parker Woodham as he comes across the field, and the ball just never makes it to him. But it looked like if he had an opportunity there for at least a big gain.
3rd and 11. Cats are 3 of 4 on 3rd down thus far. Clock runs, and Edwards takes the snap, and he's rolling right. Now he'll throw it deep down the field. He's got a man open, and it is caught. Briar Morris, he will score. Touchdown for the Bobcats. Briar Morris beat his man. The coverage was by number 15, Samuel Aycock, and he was beaten on the post pattern, and Morris gets in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, Jay, you're exactly right. Takes a shotgun snap, and I think I don't know if they've been watching this or not, but Morris is the second time he's been open on that route, and this time they decided to take the long shot instead of the shorter pass, and it pays off.
So Edwards with 2 touchdown passes tonight, one to Woodham and one to Morris. Snap back for Whitmore, and the kick is good. So 28-21, we have got a barn burner here. It is Cleveland still in front, though, but Woodland has a chance on the defensive side to get a stop. 1:56 to go in the half, and your new score is Cleveland 28 and Woodland 21. Back in 30 seconds as you listen to Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. 30-second break.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center. The right care right here.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you like points, we got a lot of them. 28-21 is your score right now. Cleveland in front. Jay Douglas and John Stevens join you back here at Cleveland High School. Spencer, our on-site producer tonight, filling in for Francis, who's a little under the weather, and Kenneth is running things back in our Eagle Sports Network studios. 28-21 is the score, and Woodland will kick with 1:56 to go in the half. Whitmore kicks it. It's a short one. And who's going to get it? Gillen will get it. And he's got a hole. He goes to the right. Woodland's going to have a beat on him, though, and they'll sling him out of bounds. Matthew Butler in there. Runs him out with 1:46 to go. And now a flag. Oh, a little ticky-tack flag, I think. But a flag nonetheless is going to penalize the Bobcats. Looked like 15 for Woodland. Chandler Mitchell came in late and gave the extra shove. And that's exactly what the call is. It's a very unfortunate flag.
Yeah, like you said, Jay, I think Matthew Butler had him and rode him out of bounds, but then the late contact there that forced the flag, and that's not going to be good for the defense. But for Woodland here with 1:46 to try to keep Cleveland off the board.
Kickoff was brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you work so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Single receiver left and a tight end right as Longshore. He will hand it to Walker going left. Walker cuts it up, and he has got some room. There is a flag on the play. Walker cuts back right, going all the way inside the 10. But there's a flag way back here where the run started. So we might bring this one all the way back after a huge gain.
Well, it's another perimeter run here for Cleveland as they give it to the left side. That is on Cleveland, Jay. The penalty wipes out the big gain. But they're finding success on the perimeter because there is absolutely no contain on the outside for Woodland as of yet.
So mark off the flag. The line of scrimmage was the 43, so bring it back to the 33. And 1st and 20, and that's a huge break for the Cats. The Cats have one timeout left. Cleveland has all 3. The clock they've wound the clock. It's not running yet. Now it is. And the question now for Cleveland, do you cut your losses and go into the locker room because you will get the ball to start the second half? We'll see what this call is for Longshore. He takes the snap. He will hand it Gillen right side. He's got a hole. He is into Woodland territory, and he cuts back, and he is still on his feet and finally wrapped up deep in Woodland territory. A huge first down, and that answers my own question. They're going to go for 6. That gain, we'll see where they mark it, all the way down to the 21-yard line. A huge gain for Gillen on that play.
Yeah, another perimeter run here. They give it to him as he comes across the formation, and they're going to line up and go without a timeout or a huddle.
Walker left side, cuts back again, and contacted in the middle of that Woodland defense. He's still driving, and now they finally call the play dead. No timeout from Cleveland yet. We'll see where that gain is 2. And it looks like it's to the 14, so a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3.
I believe that was 68 in there, Justice Herring for Woodland, and made the stop. But I've seen Dale Robertson back in the game, Jay, for Woodland's defense.
Cleveland will take a timeout, and we'll let you know it's brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Do you want to attract a marketable timber? We are now offering online timber auctions to our list of services. Contact Ron Young or visit Southern Auction Solutions to get top dollar for your timber. We'll keep it right here with the quarter almost over. And, John, I want to get your thoughts on what Woodland's looking to do out of this timeout.
Well, second and 3. So I think you got to do something on the perimeter here. You got to expect that they're going to continue to go with that until you can provide some kind of resistance to that. They've had their big plays really on the outside and in the run game. Really the big thing you need to do for Woodland is just get a stop of some kind and run this clock. And with 38 seconds to go, a couple of timeouts, I believe, well, that's not the timeout indicator. I'm sorry, Jay. But just getting the stop right here is a big thing for Woodland.
2nd and 3 from the 14. They head Walker left side. He's trying to get outside. He will, but he's contacted right away. He stayed in bounds. Clock runs. Wellborn was up on Randolph County 7-0. Hanley is leading Lincoln 23-7. And the ball got inside the 10. So a first down and goal coming up for the Panthers. They're at the 6-yard line. They do have 2 timeouts. Longshore. They run it to Gilliland again. He cuts it up. Woodland seems to have stopped him. A quick timeout coming from Cleveland. They'll have one more play before they got to make a decision. And the timeout is brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We're experts at solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. 2-yard gain on that last play with 14 seconds to go in the half.
Jay, one of the things you do on defense is you're going to allocate more resources to those to stop those perimeter runs. Well, the problem with that is especially when you get down here when things tighten up and it kind of opens up the middle, and that's what they did that time. They gave the ball to Gilliland, and he takes it, cuts it up field, and Woodland thankfully was able to stop him. And now we've got 14 seconds in time to kill here for Woodland.
With one timeout, you might have 2 plays. This is the second down play. So if you run it and get stopped, you can burn your last timeout. Then you can throw it on 3rd down. We'll see how Cleveland elects to play it right here and watch for Longshore to keep it. They've ran it outside so many times. Watch for this quarterback run. And they will hand it to Gilliland. He'll go right side, and he's not going anywhere. A big stop by the Woodland defense. We will get a timeout, and now decision time for Cleveland head coach Gerald Gilliland. 8 seconds to go. A huge stop by the Woodland defense on that sweep play.
It was really good recognition that time by the left corner for Woodland. I think that may have been the quarterback, Brock Edwards, out there. So they split the wide receiver. The ball was on the far hash, and they split the wide receiver out all the way across the field, nearly on the boundary. And as that play developed, the cornerback for Woodland, I believe that's Brock Edwards out there, came in and provided setting the edge, which is what they've needed tonight to corral these guys from getting outside. And that time it worked well for Woodland and forced them to use their timeout. And we'll see what they come up with here on the 6-yard line. But you kind of like your chances if you're Woodland, maybe possibly get out of here without giving up any points.
Well, if you run it and you get stopped, the half will more than likely end. If you throw it and it's incomplete, incomplete or a touchdown, of course, it doesn't matter. Longshore, he will throw it. He's looking, he throws it, he's got a man wide open, and that's a touchdown. They ran a play action, and they found a man wide open in the back of the end zone for the Cleveland touchdown, and that just breaks your heart if you're Woodland. They had done everything right, and they get beat on a pass play. I think 15 for Cleveland. Samuel Aycock caught the touchdown with 3 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I think you had Parker Woodeman sort of in that area where sort of no man's land, where you don't know whether to cover the guy or protect against the run, and they just dumped it over his head and for the subsequent touchdown for Cleveland.
That is very unfortunate because Cleveland's going to get the ball coming out, and they've restored their 14-point lead. Yes, Hernandez does make it a 14-point lead, 35-21. Boy, you just hate it for those kids. They had done so well, but a good play call by Cleveland to put them up by 14. That timeout, by the way, was brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We're experts at solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. Your kickoff sponsor is State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Again, 334-863-2428. Boy, that's just a tough break.
Yeah, so barring some kind of return right here, you're going to go in down a couple of scores, but if you're Woodland, look, you've done some good things, and you got a lot to hang your hat on effort-wise. And coming out of halftime, you look to get a stop or a turnover.
I guess they called that kick no good because the score remains 34-21. I thought it had gone through, but apparently not. Cito kicks, and it's live, and now Woodland goes to the ground. It should be 1 second left. Oh, they ran off the last second. We'll see if they put time back on. I thought he got down with 1 second, but no sign of the second being added back on. So that's unfortunate that doesn't go in Woodland's favor, and Cleveland leads 34-21 as we hit the halftime break. Before we get to our halftime break, our first halftime break, let us let you know about some sponsors on the broadcast: Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morning Star Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. Your kickoff sponsor is State Farm agent Ken Seifert, timeout sponsor Southern Auction Solutions and Mr. Ron Young, and your player of the week sponsor is Regional Medical Center. 34-21 at the break. Cleveland will get the ball coming out for the second half, but for now we'll take a 3-minute timeout here on the Eagle Sports Network and be back with some halftime coverage. You guys are listening to Woodland High School football on WELR Eagle 102.3 and the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 3 minutes.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. TREA Outpatient Clinic provides a continuation of care in an outpatient setting, as well as providing therapy services to patients with any conditions that limit mobility. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Dentistry isn't all about teeth. It's about listening and treating patients like family. At Dr. Michael Edwards' office, that's what you'll get. Located in Wedowee, Dr. Edwards' team of highly qualified dental specialists are there to address all of your dental needs, accepting patients ages 4 and up, and offering a full complement of dental services, including implants, oral surgery with IV sedation, full mouth replacement, and prevention and treatment of gum disease. For more information, visit them online at MikeTooth.com or call 256-357-2882 to schedule your appointment. Keep those winning smiles bright.
The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season.
How long's it been since you've had a great steak? Go to Gedney's Restaurant and Grill in Roanoke and give yourself a treat. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill features specialty cut steaks, and they use a very special marinade. You'll love it. Gedney's has delicious steaks, starting with the 8-ounce Little Joe sirloin, or choose the delicious 12-ounce ribeye. If you want a great steak, go to Gedney's. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill, more than just a steakhouse, located on Highway 431 in Roanoke.
Looking for a local Christian service store? Look no further than Morning Star Christian Gear. They offer the best selection of Christian-based products around, including King James Bibles, Bible covers, Daysprings box cards, communion supplies, and other amazing Christian-based gifts. Located on Highway 431 South in Roanoke, Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 4. For more information, call Morningstar Christian Gear at 334-863-2425.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley gives you all the safety small-town life has to offer while being a convenient distance from the amenities of big cities. No matter the distance traveled, you always feel the enjoyment of returning home. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom. Now, back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland, Alabama, and Michael E. Dixon Memorial Stadium. As we're at halftime, we've reached halftime. The Cleveland Panthers lead 34 and Woodland Bobcats 21. Cleveland Panthers with coming in averaging about 32 points a game and giving up about 32 points a game, and they've eclipsed that so far in the first half. But Woodland showing a great amount of fight here as we approach 16 minutes until second half kickoff, and we're taking in some of the Cleveland halftime festivities, and as they prepare for their homecoming. We'll take a listen to the Woodland Marching Band.
Welcome back, everybody. Woodland Marching Band going through their routine. Halftime here at Cleveland, 34-21 is the score at the break, and a huge touchdown with 3 seconds left gets us to where we are. And John, that was just a tough one to watch. Woodland had done a good job stopping plays that had really gashed them all half, and then you get burned on a play-action play, and you find yourself down by 13.
Yeah, they sucked up the defense there as things kind of bunched up down near the goal line, and they just faked the run that had been effective all night and throw right over the top of your defender for the touchdown. And really probably a pretty smart call there for Cleveland to be able to cash that in right before half. And looks like at the moment at least the rain is held off for the halftime and homecoming festivities for Cleveland. But coming out of this half, if you're Woodland, you'd really like to get a stop or a turnover of some kind.
And the real only difference is that Woodland did turn the ball over. They actually turned it over twice, which is why they trail, because Cleveland hasn't really stopped this Woodland team except maybe for the first possession. And, Woodland hasn't really done much on defense anyway. So if you're a defensive coach and defensive coordinator, what are you telling your defenses during this halftime break?
Well, I think for one of the things that Cleveland has got to be saying is, hey, they haven't shown this. Primarily run their offense out of the shotgun all year. So, you have to sort of go in and try to find out what you can take away from that. But Woodland, they've really had problems stopping the run so far tonight. The wide receiver coming across the formation, getting the handoff has been effective for Cleveland, and also the zone read has been effective, and mostly to the outside. That's hurt. That's hurt Woodland. But if you can get those types of things corrected, but it's always a chess game. Like I said, if you're going to devote resources to stopping that perimeter game, it's going to open up something in the middle. But yeah, if you're Woodland to get some kind of a break on defense and get this score back manageable. And you'd be in good shape because, like you said, they haven't shown that they can stop Woodland yet.
And this Woodland offense has finally come alive. Normally they've just been scoring one touchdown a game, getting some touchdowns off special teams and turnovers, but tonight the offense has really done some good things, and I really like what I've seen from Brock Edwards. He hasn't let that pick that he threw affect his game. In other games, it seemed like it did. Just talk about what you've seen on this Woodland offense thus far.
Well, so they've come out, and we've seen them in the with three backs, and we've seen them out of the shotgun, and they've really been effective out of the shotgun. I think they've recognized that, and whether it's Edwards throwing the ball or him running, he's accounted for a great deal of their good plays tonight, and their first downs and touchdowns, especially. And the ability to run the ball is. I mean, they've had minimal success really, but the pass and the quarterback keeper and the quarterback being able to make some quick decisions on his feet, and that's really hurt Cleveland, and kept drives going for Woodland. And when they came off the field, I noticed Edwards, the quarterback, was kind of limping a little bit. We hope that he can get that taped up and get back out here, because they're definitely going to need him in the second half, and they're going to have to show that they can score, but they're also going to have to stop Cleveland at least twice, either through turnover or forcing them to turn it over on downs or punts.
Wellborn is still leading Randolph County 7-0. Hanley 30, Lincoln 13. So good news from Roanoke as Hanley is beating up on Lincoln. Tough news from Wellborn as Wellborn leads Randolph County, but still a lot of time left in both those games. Sponsors on tonight's broadcast: Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morningstar Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. State Farm agent Ken Seifert sponsors our kickoff. Southern Oxygen Solutions and Mr. Ron Young sponsors our timeout, and the Regional Medical Center sponsors our Player of the Week. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and give you the stats from the first half. 34-21, Cleveland in front. They score with 3 seconds left on a play-action pass to get you to where we are right now. Don't go nowhere, folks. Plenty more halftime coverage on your way as you listen to Woodland High School football on WELR, Eagle 102.3, and the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 2 minutes.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit suscc.edu.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center. The right care right here.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. Their highly skilled team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists offer intensive 6-day-a-week therapy services for all medical needs, including orthopedic and post-surgical care, stroke, and generalized weakness rehab. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Dentistry isn't all about teeth. It's about listening and treating patients like family. At Dr. Michael Edwards' office, that's what you'll get. Located in Wedowee, Dr. Edwards' team of highly qualified dental specialists are there to address all of your dental needs, accepting patients ages 4 and up and offering a full complement of dental services, including implants, oral surgery with IV sedation, full mouth replacement, and prevention and treatment of gum disease. For more information, visit them online at miketooth.com or call 256-357-2882 to schedule your appointment. Keep those winning smiles bright.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland High School, everybody. The Cleveland Homecoming Court is being announced. We wish all these young ladies all the very best, and we will crown a homecoming queen momentarily. Got about 8 minutes to go in halftime. Let's run down the scoring for you. So Matthew Walker caught a 48-yard pass from Elijah Longshore to make it 7-0. That came after a muffed punt. Parker Woodham responded with a 31-yard touchdown reception from Brock Edwards to tie the game up at 7. Matthew Walker then with runs of 3 and 38 to make it 21-7. And I want to say the 38-yard run came after a Woodland interception. Woodland came back to make it 21-14. Parker Woodham with a 20-yard run. Then it was Cleveland going in front 28-14 on a Pierce Gillen 57-yard run. The Cats come right back down. Briar Morris catches a 42-yard pass from Brock Edwards to make it 28-21. And then right there at the end of the half, Samuel Acott with a 6-yard catch from Elijah Longshore. The kick was no good, and that's where we stand at 34-21. Cleveland has more first downs with 7 of them. 4 first downs for Cleveland. Woodland 4 of 5 on third down. Cleveland 2 of 3. 2 turnovers for Woodland. 3 penalties for Cleveland and 2 penalties for Woodland. John, as you look at the stats and you look at the scoring update, just your overall takeaway from that first half.
Well, from what you say and what from seeing it firsthand, really the inability to stop these gash runs for Woodland has stood out to me, and they're going to have to get that corrected in order to get a stop or something defensively to go their way. Offensively, they've looked really good. They've given the Panthers some fits here in Cleveland tonight, showing some things that we haven't seen all season.
Yeah, and I think it's good for this Woodland team. I talked about it in the open about how record-wise, I think you're playing a lot more teams that you match up better with. And, of course, you got to finish this one out, and hopefully the Cats can come from behind. But even if you do drop this one, if you beat Westbrook Christian next week and then beat West End, you're still going to find yourself as the 4th seed in this postseason.
Yeah, you certainly like to get this one tonight, and if not, like you say, you're not mathematically eliminated, but it just makes next week absolute must-win. Matter of fact, from here on out would be must-win, like you said, Jay. But you'd like to get this one tonight, and if things turn your way, all it takes is a break or two, and they're right in this game. They're just down a couple of scores, and one mishap, one mistake, one thing to go their way, and they can turn it around.
3 teams battling it out for one playoff spot, because if Cleveland does win this game tonight, they will more than likely wrap up a playoff spot. Woodland, of course, needs 2 wins to get in. So 2 spots left, and 3 teams are fighting for it. And, John, I want to get your thoughts on the Handley score and the Randolph County score, and just thoughts on those 2 teams before we head into this second half.
Well, it sounds like Handley's taking care of business. This is one that they had looked at, and they had seen, Lincoln's success thus far, and to go down and play like they did in Elmore County last week. Really, I think Coach Strain's got those guys primed and ready for the end of region push here, going into the playoffs, and sort of getting some things squared away for them. And they're a really talented team, some really good athletes on the Handley team. And for Randolph County, it's kind of a different story than what we saw when we saw them against Woodland there. It sounds like they're having some trouble tonight, but I think the possibility of them still being alive for the playoffs is very good, I think, for Randolph County if they can't turn it around tonight.
Ranburn has gone on top of West End. That is a matchup in the 2A region. And I was trying to find, Piedmont is leading Glencoe, so they're going to go on and get another win there. I was trying to look up the Sachs game because that is Randolph County's next opponent, and depending on what they're doing will set up the game for next week, and there is no score update yet. So if Sachs does go on and win that game, then Randolph County will need to beat Sachs next week to lock up a playoff spot there. John, as we wrap up our halftime coverage, give me some keys and what you're going to be looking for the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Well, first 5 minutes, and Cleveland's going to come out receiving the kickoff. So the first 5 minutes, if you're Woodland, what you'd like to do is put a stop to that perimeter run game. Force a turnover, get off the field on defense, and get the ball back for your offense. They've not really stopped them, besides maybe the one drive where Briar Morris had to punt, but just get the ball back for your offense in any way you can. And the way you do that, Jay, is you just keep playing hard. And I think Woodland definitely doesn't have a problem with effort, and just have to get a break or two.
Before we take our final halftime break, let's get you caught up on our sponsors again. Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morning Star Christian Gear, Town of Wadley, and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. Our kickoff sponsor is State Farm Agent Ken Seifert. Timeout sponsor is Southern Auction Solutions and Mr. Ron Young. And our Player of the Week sponsor is Regional Medical Center. Brock Edwards right now is our front runner to be named our new Player of the Week. Parker Woodham was named Woodland's Player of the Week a couple weeks ago, even in that loss to Randolph County. Woodland is hoping to turn it around here in the second half. They trail by 13. The homecoming queen has just been announced for Cleveland. Congratulations to her and her family. We'll try and get a name on it. If we don't, do we just extend our congratulations? We will take a 2-minute timeout and be back with more second half action with Woodland and Cleveland. Cleveland leads your Bobcats 34-21, and Cleveland gets the ball when we come out for the second half kickoff. You guys are listening to Woodland High School football on
The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season. Looking for a local Christian service store? Look no further than Morning Star Christian Gear. They offer the best selection of Christian-based products around, including King James Bibles, Bible covers, Day Springs box cards, communion supplies, and other amazing Christian-based gifts. Located on Highway 431 South in Roanoke. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 4. For more information, call Morning Star Christian Gear at 334-863-2425.
Every town has one, that friendly hometown restaurant that serves good food every day. In Roanoke, it's Gedney's Restaurant and Grill on Highway 431. What are you doing for lunch tomorrow? You could be enjoying Gedney's Lunch Buffet, home-style vegetables with a choice of meat. Give us a call at 863-8272 or come by and see why everyone eats at Gedney's. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill, more than just a steakhouse, located on 431 in Roanoke.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley is home to Southern Union State Community College and boasts an award-winning school system where students K-4 through 12 are located on one convenient campus. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom. Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Cleveland High School, everybody. Both teams are exiting their respective locker rooms and are coming out for a little bit of a warm-up. Cleveland will get the ball. They lead 34-21. They scored their last touchdown with 3 seconds to go. Samuel Aycock catching a 6-yard pass from Elijah Longshore. The kick was no good, and that is where we stand. John, we've talked about it a lot, how that just breaks your back if you're Woodland. You've stopped them, and they get you on a play-action play, and you just got to find a way to put that behind you, come out here in the second half, and get yourself a stop.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to have an opportunity right here after the kickoff when Cleveland establishes possession to show that your adjustments on defense have worked, and this is a good opportunity for Woodland to get right back into this ball game.
And we talked about the perimeter runs and just the run game overall for Cleveland. What do you think Woodland is going to look to do on defense to take that running game away and make Longshore beat them?
Well, they're going to have to devote some resources to the outside there. They've not done a good job at all tonight of setting the edge, either through creeping another linebacker up on the edge, or having the defensive lineman maintain his position on the outside there. But when you do that, you're opening things up in the middle there for either the running back or the possible quarterback keep up the middle there. But if you're Woodland, at this point you got to take your choice, because the perimeter runs are really gashing you at the moment. But the the more this chess match plays out, we'll see. But I like Woodland at the moment. If they can get a stop here, they'll be right back in this ball game and give their offense a chance to get this back to a one-score game. And that missed extra point could come back. And I mean, you and I both thought it was good. Evidently, it didn't have the distance, but that missed extra point could be something we could be looking at as a factor later on in the game. But right now, I think the focus for Woodland is try to get that perimeter solidified there defensively.
And on Woodland's offensive side, the run game has been working for Woodland, and especially the quarterback runs from Brock Edwards. And I've been very pleased with Brock Edwards' performance because when we've seen him before, he struggled in the passing game, but he's done a very good job, despite the one pick, done a very good job finding his open receivers.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. He seems more composed tonight. He has been under some pressure, and he's been making really good decisions as far as throwing the ball. I think he had the one ball that was batted and caught, but I think they called it an incompletion. But he's made some really good decisions, and when he's not liked what he's seen downfield, he's been able to turn it into some first downs, some runs for positive yardage, and that's really helped Woodland to for a team that has trouble on offense sometimes to gain positive yardage and not get behind the sticks is big. And the shotgun formation for Woodland tonight has really paid dividends.
We'll definitely see what happens. The halftime buzzer has gone. Cleveland heads off to their sideline down to our right. Woodland off to their sideline down to our left. We are in the end zone here for tonight's game. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. Spencer is our on-site producer tonight, filling in for Francis Davis. Francis, a little bit under the weather and could not make the trip. We're happy to have Spencer here. Did a good job setting us up for tonight. And then Kenneth back inside the Eagle Sports Network studios running our production there. We appreciate his hard work each and every Friday night. Before we get the second half going, we'd like to let you know the kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Again, 334-863-2428. Cleveland will be heading away from us as we start the third quarter. Woodland will be kicking to us. And it looks like Cleveland drops back number 6, Jacob Self, and then number 12, Pierce Gill. And Pierce actually has a touchdown run tonight as we get this third quarter started. 34-21, Cleveland in front.
Jay, one of the things I noticed coming out of halftime, number 52 for Woodland, Austin Champion, has his jersey off, and looks like he's favoring his right foot or right leg, so it doesn't look like he'll return for the Bobcats tonight.
And Dale Robertson looked like he was back in the game. He was limping a little bit when they came by, but he was playing a little bit at the end of that second half. As Whitmore gets set to kick it away, Gillen drops back deep. He's also flanked by number 15, Samuel Aycock, who caught the touchdown pass with 3 seconds left. Woodland in all white, Cleveland in black. And the kick is away and taken by one of the up men, number 10 for Cleveland. Going up the middle, and he breaks through. He lost the ball. The ball is free. Who got on it? We'll wait and see. It's Cleveland's ball. Well, that ball came out. Number 10, Joshua Adams. He put it on the turf, but Woodland could not get on it.
Yeah, it looked like 24. Brian Weems for Cleveland was able to get on that ball and recover the fumble. That would have been a big play. That would have been one of the breaks we were looking for right there for Woodland.
The ball gets all the way to midfield, just short of it at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 34-21 they lead with 11:53 to go here in the third. We'll try and keep you updated as best we can on some out-of-town scores. Again, Wellborn was leading Randolph County, and Hanley was leading Lincoln. As that ball goes to Walker, he cuts it up the middle out of one tackle, and Jacob Champion contacts him across midfield. So it was at the Cleveland 49, and the line of scrimmage will be in Woodland territory. Second down coming up. Like second down and about, they say 3, but I'm going to say 2. A short 3, a long 2.
All the motion that time from the offensive line goes right, and it opens up the middle of the field there for the Cleveland running back.
Longshore will keep it up the middle. He is tackled, but I think he got his first down. I think Woodham tackled him for Woodland, but that's going to be a first down for the Panthers. 1st and 10 for Cleveland on their opening possession here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Parker Woodham that time coming up and make the tackle, but it's just too far downfield, and the quarterback electing to keep that ball. Smart decision right there, and he picks up first down.
He needed 3, got 4 with 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cleveland in front, 34-21 in the run game. Continue to be the calling card right now. Longshore out of the pistol, and he hands to Walker up the middle, and maybe a few yards. Butler was there first, but he drove all the way forward for a pretty good gain with 10:44 to go in the third quarter. And now a stoppage, and there's a player down for Woodland, and I can't make out who the number is. You never want to see this. And I think they're attending to the Woodland player now, and the teams have exited, and we will take a minute timeout. 10:42 to go in the third quarter, 34-21. Cleveland in front, but the concern is for the Woodland player. Back after this minute timeout on the Eagle Sports Network.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit sususcc.edu.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. TREA Outpatient Clinic provides a continuation of care in an outpatient setting, as well as providing therapy services to patients with any conditions that limit mobility. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Back here at Cleveland High School, you missed a run by Longshore that picked up a first down. I couldn't tell who the injured player was. That last game picked up 10. First and 10, Cleveland from the 22-yard line of Woodland. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back with you as Cleveland splits a single receiver out each way. Walker, the tailback, high snap, and he will get, no, it's a keep by Longshore going right, and contacted after a few-yard gain. Second down coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, Jay, I'm still trying to get a number, and I don't want to speculate. I think it's 72. That'd be Matthew Butler for Woodland. We'll verify that, but there's so. It looks like Cleveland understands that Woodland is aware that they're having trouble on the perimeter, so now they're punching the ball right in the middle.
And they try Walker. He busts out left side. Woodland has a couple defenders over there, and they will get him down, but that's going to be another first down before it's all said and done. With 9:12 to go in the third quarter, another first down for the Panthers, their 7th of the evening. And it's going to be first and goal, it looks like, and now another injury. I think this is Jacob Champion, who's down for Woodland. First and goal at the 6 with 9:12 to go in the third quarter, and Champion he was trying to get up, and it may be a cramp.
Yeah, you might be right, Jay. He was in on that tackle and just was slow to try to make his way to his feet, but then they called over. Now it looks like he is going to walk off under his own power.
That first injury timeout was brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or are feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We're experts in solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. 9:12 to go in the third quarter. First and goal for Cleveland out of the injury timeout with Jacob Champion. So first and goal from the 6, a pick up a 9 on that last play. See if Woodland can get a stop. Come up on the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. Longshore, the quarterback. Walker, the tailback. Longshore will keep it himself up the middle. He gets through a couple tackles, and he scores. Good read by Longshore. They faked the sweep play, and he ran it right up the middle. A couple of Woodland defenders had a chance at him, but he ran through those arm tackles, and he puts the Panthers on the scoreboard to make it 40-21.
Yeah, just a missed opportunity there on the tackles. He does make a good read. He's been hurting Woodland all night with a give to Gilliland, who has had some really good runs on the outside. This time he just reads it well, maintains possession, and scoots up for the touchdown run.
Looks like another Woodland player is down. Boy, they're dropping like flies tonight. Very unfortunate to see this happen. Can't tell who the injured player is. But we'll take a 30-second break as they attend. Actually, no, I'll take that back. We'll keep it right here as the injured player is sitting up. I think that's Robertson. It's either Robertson or Briar Morris, one or the other. With 8:56 to go in the third quarter, 40-21 is your new score. Elijah Longshore with a 6-yard run. Longshore with 3 total touchdowns, 2 passing and 1 rushing now for the Cleveland Panthers.
Jay, that's number 10, Guy McManus over there. It's slow to get up, and it's right out of halftime too, so you may be right. This may be cramps for some of these young guys.
Guy seems to be limping a little bit as he goes off to the sideline. Hopefully we see him back in this game. Hernandez for the extra point. He missed his last one, which is why it's 40-21. We'll see if Hernandez can put this one through. Snap back, and it's going to be blocked, I think. It was. It's free. Woodland, oh, now they're going to blow it dead. There is a flag, and they're going to call roughing the kicker. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. I thought it was a clean block, but a call goes against the Bobcats. And it seems like all the breaks are with Cleveland. And now what? Now they're saying no penalty. Well, that's interesting. So the kick is no good, no penalty on the play. 40-21 score remains. 8:56 to go in the third quarter. We'll catch our breath and reset everything and be back in 30 seconds with Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. 30-second timeout.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center, the right care, right here.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back out, everybody, to Cleveland High School here in Cleveland, Alabama. The Panthers lead 40-21. Apparently the penalty was waived off, and thus the kick was no good. So it remains a 19-point lead. And Sukio puts it in the air. It's taken by Briar Morris, I believe, running up the middle and slung down by a host of Cleveland defenders. I think 35, Micah Olberding was in there first with 8:43 and counting here in the third quarter. Kickoff brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Again, 334-863-2428. First and 10 Cats from their own 21.
But Jay, you really needed a break coming out of halftime right there. You didn't get it on the fumble recovery, and now this puts you in a 3-score hole.
That's a good point, John. They had a chance, and now a timeout where? Timeout Woodland, so you don't get the fumble, and then you have to spend a timeout on offense. Do you own a tractor marketable timber? We're now offering online timber auctions to our list of services. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com to get top dollar for your timber. Southern Auction Solutions, proud to sponsor our timeout, but we'll keep it right here. And, John, I want to get your thoughts on what Woodland's going to look to do with their first drive coming out of half.
Well, you're getting down to the point now where so you're 3 scores down. I mean, they haven't had long, time-consuming, sustained drives. They've really moved the ball pretty well, and I think you continue to put Edwards in the shotgun and see just how far he can take you here. What you really want to avoid right here is a turnover or force the punt immediately, like a 3-and-out sort of scenario. If you do that, then things can get out of hand here pretty quick.
They do lead by 19. Cleveland does 40-21, 8:34 to go in the quarter. Woodland spins their first time out of the second half. 2 receivers break out left and 2 right for Brock Edwards at quarterback. And he takes the snap and hands the ball up the middle, but that goes nowhere. It might have lost some yardage. Big number 51, Logan Richardson, in on the stop. And I think Robertson was carrying the ball there. Second down and maybe 13 coming up after that loss. Second and 12, so back to the 19.
Yeah, it's a good IJ. It looks like a loss of 3, but they put 2 on the board. We don't have the best vantage point as we've described tonight, but that play immediately snuffed out, and 51 for Cleveland has been really active on defensive line tonight.
6 seconds on the play clock for Woodland. 2 receivers right and 2 left. Edwards takes the snap. He will throw. He is running right, looking for a receiver. Now throws it, and pass is incomplete. He wanted Woodham, and good defense by the Cleveland defender. I think number 42 maybe in there on the coverage. They don't have a 42, but maybe 22 then would be Jacob Johnson. Third down and 12 from the 19 coming up for the Cats after the incomplete pass.
That pass that time from Edwards, just a touch behind Parker Woodham. He had his hands on it, but really it kind of turned him around and wasn't able to make a great catch there. But, I mean, he has the route open. If he puts that ball just a touch in front of him, he may have the first down.
Edwards will throw again. He's going left. He's got a man deep, and it is caught, intercepted. Morales and Morris for Woodland were in the area, but that pass gets picked off by Cleveland's number 5, Stephen Dean. And when 2 receivers are in the area, it usually doesn't go your way, and Woodland sees it go against them on the deep post pattern.
Yeah, it looked like a very similar play. They ran for a touchdown to Briar Morris in the first half, and this time just two offensive players in the area. And it looked to me like the ball was intended for Morales, but it was picked off nonetheless. And now you need a big break if you're Woodland.
Longshore quarterbacking, hands the ball up the middle to Walker. And he is still on his feet and then finally drugged down after a huge gain right up the middle. And Cleveland is starting to find holes every which way. That play gets into Woodland territory. The ball was spotted at midfield initially. Clock will roll. That's a gain of 18 to the Woodland 32.
Matthew Walker that time, it's very patient after he gets a handoff. He just sort of picks his way. And as the hole opens up, he takes advantage of it and moves the chains.
Handoff again. Longshore keeps and may have another first down. He ran it right, cut it back left, and he's going to have another first down for the Panthers. Panthers starting to do anything they want here in this second half. Pick up a 14 on that last play to the 18.
Yeah, he faked it that time to Walker and keep it around the right end and picks up enough for another first down. And this is not what you want to see from Woodland because not only is it weighing on you as Woodland runs a guy in late here.
Longshore will keep it himself up the middle. Nobody even close to him. But Woodland finally does contact him, but that's going to be another first down, I believe. Well, they just love those outside sweep plays, and Woodland's now starting to overcommit, and Longshore's able to run it right up the middle. Not quite a first down on that play. Well, now there's another Woodland player down. That play got all the way to the 2-yard line, or 2nd and 2, from the 10, so pick up an 8. I beg your pardon.
That's Jacob Champion again. Not able to get to his own feet, but as they attend to him. But that play, again, they ride the handoff, all the motion to the left side, and the quarterback, Longshore, just pulls it and cuts back right, which it was vacated by the entire defense, and just a big gain there for the quarterback.
Champion is sitting up, and let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. 40-21, Cleveland in front. They're driving again. They have a 2nd down and 2 from the 10-yard line. Check that. We're going to keep it here. Champion now walking off. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Champion getting off. Not any limp noticeable, so probably just cramps or maybe just got his bell rung a little bit. 40-21 your score. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you as they wind the clock 2nd and 2 from the Woodland 10. Single receiver right and a tight end left. Longshore, the quarterback. Takes the snap. He will hand it to Gilliland going right. He's cutting back in, and I think he's short of the goal line, but that's going to be a first down. A good job by Woodland to force that ball back up the middle, but nobody was there to fill the hole, and another first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, they had contained sort of on the outside that time. Wasn't great numbers over there for Woodland, but they were able to force the ball back up inside, and unfortunately, it was too far downfield to prevent the first down, and now it's first and goal. First and goal from the 3, so a 7-yard gain on that last play as Gilliland is the back with Longshore. And they will instead hand it to Walker, who cuts left, cuts right, and is in for another Panther touchdown. Matthew Walker with his 4th score of the night. 3 of them have been on the ground, and he puts the Panthers up 46-21. Well, just shotgun zone read that time. Same play the quarterback kept it on previously for a nice first down run. This time they give it to Walker, and he starts left, comes back right, and then just cuts it right back up the middle for the Panther touchdown. 46-21 in favor of the Panthers. Hernandez, he's missed his last 2 extra points, had the second one blocked, and they block it again. Woodland getting some pressure defensively, and they block yet another kick. So if it's one thing you're going to hang your hat on, aside from the offense looking pretty good, is that your special teams is denying them some extra points. 46-21 is your score. We'll step out for 30 seconds and be back with the kickoff. 5:26 to go in the third. 46-21, Cleveland in front. You guys listen to Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. Their highly skilled team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists offer intensive 6-day-a-week therapy services for all medical needs, including orthopedic and post-surgical care, stroke, and generalized weakness rehab. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Back out here in Cleveland, everybody. Cleveland, Alabama. Woodland on the wrong end of the scoreboard right now. They trail 46-21. Playoff hopes not totally dashed with a loss here, but just makes next week's game against Westbrook Christian that more important as Woodland tries to make a postseason push. Sakio's kick is going to be fielded by a Woodland player diving on it to prevent the possession for Cleveland, and it'll be first down for the Cats at that spot. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back with you. Kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428.
Well, Jay, the way that kickoff bounced around down there in sort of no man's land, Jacob Smitherman was able to get on top of it, did a heads-up job there of getting on top of it. That was almost Panther football there.
First and 10, Cats from their own 24. They trail by 25, and a timeout where? Timeout on the field as Cleveland had to sub out a player. So now we're set to go. 5:26 to go in the third quarter, 46-21. The Cats trail. Edwards, the quarterback, they have that power I formation, and they will toss it left side, and not much of anything on that play. A host of Cleveland Panthers over there to greet Luca Brown, and a loss on the play of about maybe 3 back to the 21-yard line.
Edwards that time just raised up and pitches it out, and just nothing materializes over there on the left side of the offensive line. And now the Panther defense starts to feel good about themselves.
Second down and 15 from the 19, 4:50 to go in the third quarter, 46-21. As the ball is handed off right side and now thrown right side, and the pass is incomplete. So play action for Edwards, and he was looking for Lavorne, but the pass was incomplete. Makes it 3rd and 15 from the 19. with 4:39 to go in the third quarter. 46-21 your score.
It was hard to tell what happened in the backfield right there, Jay, but the pass didn't really give Lavorna an opportunity to come up with the play. He was out there with the defender, but he didn't really have an opportunity to make a play on the ball. Just so drastically underthrown.
4 of 6, the Cats are on third down. They have had 3 turnovers tonight, and they will roll the ball and actually run the ball left, and that play is now thrown away. They wanted Loveborn again on a pass, so they faked it right, rolled out left, and that play did not work. Cleveland was all over it. 4th down and 15 for the Cats.
Yeah, Brian Weems that time for Cleveland had Edwards in the grasp, as they used to call it, and he just throws it out there to Lavorne, but couldn't get enough on it. Lavorne is open out there near the Cleveland boundary, but just underthrown ball again, and he couldn't get enough on it to get it to his receiver.
4.5 to go in the third quarter. 46-21, Cleveland in front, and they're getting the ball back. The punt is out and taken and muffed, but picked back up by the Cleveland defender. Number 6, Jacob Self had it, dropped it, and got back on top of it with 4:25 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Guy McManus get that time with good coverage, and if Self is not able to get back on that ball, McManus probably recovers that, and been a big break for Woodland.
31-yard punt. Line of scrimmage is midfield. Jay Douglas, John Stevens here with you. Spencer, our on-site producer tonight, filling in for Francis, who's a little under the weather. Kenneth and Jake back inside our Eagle Sports Network studios, keeping us on the air there. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. 46-21, the Panthers lead. And with a win, would go to 3-2 in region play. Woodland would drop to 1-3 in region play, with Westbrook Christian on the schedule next. As Longshore keeps it himself up the middle and got a pretty good gain, maybe 9, maybe a little less. Second down coming up for the Panthers, like he got, they say, a 4-yard gain to the 46 of Woodland.
Another zone read that time out of the shotgun, and this time elects to keep it again. Up the middle there for about what they're calling 4 yards. But if you're Cleveland right now, you'll take that 2nd and 6. And the way you've moved the ball tonight, you wouldn't think a 4-yard gain is that hurtful. But the way the defense is tired.
Walker with the carry, and that's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
Sorry, Jay. The way the defense is just exhausted right now for Woodland, a 4-yard gain is a big deal for Cleveland, just to keep the possession, keep the ball moving, keep the chains moving.
Pick up a 7 on that last play, the Woodland 39. Randolph County has overtaken Wellborn. They lead 14-7 in the fourth quarter. That's a huge win for Coach Prestridge if they can close that one out. Moving one step closer to wrapping up a playoff spot with the Tigers if they win that game. We'll get a Hanley score for you momentarily. They were leading Lincoln last we saw, and it wasn't even close. They were putting it on Lincoln. Longshore takes a snap. He will throw. He's going deep. He's got a man wide open, but that pass is incomplete. It looked like it was out of bounds. It was dropped anyways. 2:56 to go in the third quarter. 46-21 your score. Pass was intended for number 5 down there for Cleveland, Stephen Dean. Hanley 30 and Lincoln 20 playing in the third quarter there.
Well, they had the receiver wide open there. They faked to give to the running back, and instead of running the ball with the quarterback, he just raised up and throw it, and they may have put a little too much on it, Jay, because like you said, that ball was possibly out of bounds, but dropped anyway, so it brings up 2nd and 10.
Longshore out of the gun. He will hand it to Walker going left, trying to get outside the defense. He does. Now he cuts back and is then tackled close to his first down. Looked like Bradford was in there. Number 5, Tate Bradford. Parker Woodham over there as well, but not before. The Panthers get another first down with 2:47 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, Parker Woodham on that side. Jacob Champions also checked back into the ballgame. He was over there, but it's just too far downfield, and it's another first down for Cleveland.
12-yard gain, 46-21 your score. Cleveland on their third possession of the second half. They've scored on their previous two. As Longshore goes from the gun with a single receiver right, and they will hand it to Gillen. He goes right. He cuts up field and maybe gets another first down. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. He's close to another first down at the 17-yard line. They'll mark it just short maybe at the 18. 2nd and 1 coming up from that 18-yard mark.
Yeah, he may be just short of that. It looks close, but that time instead of trying to force the run to the outside, he cuts it back up and puts on 9 yards on the ground pretty quick.
Single receiver right and a tight end left. Walker, one of the tailbacks, and he will not get the carry. Longshore keeps it left side. Nobody out there for Woodland, but they do get him out of bounds before he scores. But another first down for the Panthers. I think Morris ran him out along with Robertson, but another first down for Cleveland. And the mark, I think, is inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Panthers inside the 10 to the 9. Pick up a 9 on that play.
Well, the defenders out there, as I believe it was, like you said, it was Brian Morris and Dale Robertson were finally able to run him out of bounds, but he had really made another good read right there to keep it and get on the edge to the left and nearly scored.
1st and goal from the 9, and they will keep it with Longshore going left, goes back up the middle, and Woodland appears to have stopped him before he got in the end zone. So 2nd down and goal coming up for the Panthers. We wind our way to a minute to go in the third quarter. And the mark will be, we'll see where they spot it down, a gain of 3 to the 6.
Kept it that time and forced it up on the interior of the defense, and Woodland does a good job of putting the runner down before he can get more than 3 yards.
Under a minute, third quarter, 46-21. It's been a 12-point third quarter for Cleveland. No score by the Bobcats. They hand it to Walker left side, and he is thrown backwards. Dale Robertson, the first guy in there, and that's a good play by the Woodland defense. 3rd and goal coming up for the Panthers. The line of scrimmage looks to be outside the 10 on this third down play.
Well, Dale Robertson's showing a lot of guts tonight, coming back off of the earlier injury, back in the game, playing hard. Looks like he forced a loss of 3 that time. One of the few losses that Woodland's been able to produce on defense tonight.
Been very impressed with this red zone defense that Woodland has put out. A 3rd and goal from the 9. We'll see if they go with another pass. They do not have to snap it again. I think the game clock will run out before the play clock does. And I think Cleveland's just going to run out the time, and indeed they will. So we will head to the fourth quarter of play. 46-21, Cleveland in front. Woodland trying to put together a monumental comeback and pull off an upset here in Cleveland tonight. 46-21 your score. The fourth quarter is next as you listen to Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back after this minute timeout.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center, the right care right here.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Touchdown for the Panthers. Catch made by number 5, Stephen Dean. A 9-yard pass. Long short of Dean. Makes it 52-21. Jay Douglas and John Stevens back here with you at the stadium.
Well, he took the shotgun snap that time, kind of sort of a half-hearted roll to the right there. pump fake. He didn't like what he saw down here in the north corner of the end zone, but found Dean underneath.
Fourth quarter underway here. 52-21 is the score. Cleveland in front and on their way to picking up their third region win of the season. The kick is good by Hernandez to make it 53-21. We'll keep it right here. And John, just want to get your thoughts on what Woodland's going to look to do here in this fourth quarter with the game seemingly out of reach.
Well, so they've done some good things on offense in the first half, and so since then they've really gone backwards. I haven't seen them in the shotgun again. I don't know if that's because of Edwards. Well, they haven't said he's injured, but he come by us and was limping pretty good. But really, we just need to score. We got to get something going on offense and a break or two. But just try to get out of here healthy as you can, and maybe if we can't make this one a game, get out of here as healthy as we can and get ready to win the next two.
So Keogh's kick is going to come to Pierman, and he's going to give way to Brian Morris, who lets it go past him and into the end zone. Smart play by the Woodland special teams. They'll get it at the 20-yard line. Kickoff brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. 11:50 to go in the game. Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. Spencer, our on-site producer, Jake and Kenneth back in our Eagle Sports Network studios. And you're right, John. Brock is noticeably limping on his left leg, I believe. We'll see how that affects him on this drive.
Well, Cleveland, if they've had the ability to kick it deep like they did just then, they haven't done it all night. They finally get a good kickoff.
That looked like a busted play. Edwards trying to get outside left, and he's going to pick up a good game. Looked like he was horse collar tackled, but no flag. Might have got 5 yards on that play. And Brock is down on the sideline now, and this is not good. And now, he can't even get up. Might be a cramp.
Yeah, he's immediately trying to stretch it out. He just, like you said, it was a busted play. Looked like he wanted to give it to the running back in the shotgun with him, and just nobody there. And so now he did a really good job, got something out of nothing there. And as he went out of bounds, he immediately stayed down and tried to stretch it out. Looks like it definitely looks like cramps, Jay.
So Jackson Loveborn will take over the reins on the offense, and Edwards is not really in a good spot over there behind the chains. We hope that nothing heads that way. With 11.5 to go in the fourth quarter, 53-21. Loveborn with McManus in the gun. And McManus will get it, but not before Richardson belts him pretty hard. Boy, Richardson gave McManus a pretty good pop. McManus gets right back up. I'll give Guy a lot of credit. Guy goes all of 5'3", 127, and he's getting hit by Logan Richardson, who goes all of 6 foot 210.
And Logan Richardson looks like one of these type of kids with a high motor. I mean, he has really been active on the defensive line for Cleveland tonight, and he nearly could have taken that handoff from Lavorne. Just so happened McManus was able to corral it, but nothing doing on the run.
Let's see if Loveborn puts it up. That's a bad snap. They hand to Woodham up the middle, and that's not going anywhere. So a little bit of an off-kilter snap, put the play kind of behind the chains before it even got going. Number 10 for Cleveland, Joshua Adams, one of the guys in there defensively. I also see number 64, Brandon Wilson, and it'll be a punt for Woodland.
Like Kyle Willis also in there, number 4 for Cleveland, and just a drive that never could get on track for Woodland.
We've yet to mention this, but we will be in Wedowee next week for Randolph County hosting Sachs. That game will be on WLWE 94.7 as Brian Morris kicks it away. Nobody's back for Cleveland, so this ball will roll dead and Woodland will down it with about 10 minutes to go in the game. So Hanley is still up on Lincoln 30-20 as that game is being played in Roanoke. And we'll try and get an update on Randolph County as well. They were up 14-7 the last time we checked that out. So join us from Wedowee next week as we see the Randolph County Tigers once again. John and I will have the call for you from Wedowee.
So, Jay, if Randolph County can hang on and Sachs were to lose tonight, that would clinch a playoff spot for Randolph County. But if not, we can take care of that next week when we see Randolph County in sacks.
Handley, if they are able to hold on, would wrap up a playoff berth, and they would be in the driver's seat to win the region. They have Leeds next week and then Talladega after that. So you win those two and you win the region. Cleveland hands the ball off up the middle, and driving forward for a pretty good gain is the running back for Cleveland. They brought in number 44 for the Panthers, Caleb Salamone. And he picked up only 2 on that play. I thought he had a lot more than that. Line of scrimmage is the Cleveland 30, their own 30.
Caleb just a freshman, so it looks like Cleveland is going to get some of their young guys some time here at homecoming.
9.5 to go from the 35-yard line. 53-21, the Panthers are on top. And they will run the ball up the middle, and Woodland's there to stop that. And I got an update from Wellborn. Wellborn's actually tied the game up 14-14 now in that one. Third down coming up for Cleveland after the run. Ball is at the 33-yard line, their own 33.
It's hard to see on the other side of the line of scrimmage there for Cleveland. They do have a different quarterback in, so it's not Longshore anymore, but he kept it on the zone read that time and was snowed under for looked like a loss on the play.
Third down play, and they run it right side, and this is going to be a short of a first down play, run by 22, I believe, for Cleveland. That is Jacob Johnson, who's made some plays defensively, and I think Woodland stopped him short. Levi Perryman, number 11, number 11, stopped him short. It'll be a fourth down play for the Panthers, and they will punt up 53-21 with 8 minutes to go in the game. 3 of 5 on third down now for Cleveland. 8 minutes to go in the game, 53-21, Cleveland in front.
Doesn't look like Woodland wants to put anyone back deep. Briar Morris is at safety, and now he's going to trot back.
Longshore will punt. It's a snap that's rolled back there, and that punt might have been blocked. And it'll go out of bounds sideways, so a good field position for Woodland off the block punt with 7:40 to go in the game. So no change in the Handley score, still 30-20, Handley in front there.
Jay, I believe that was Kalen Houston in. Number 63 for Woodland to be able to block that punt was a pretty good feat there for a big guy to get back there that quickly.
6'2 sophomore, weighs 275. Brock Edwards back out there with Guy McManus in the backfield. Brian Morris splits out wide right. They will send Jackson Loveborn wide right as well. Morales wide left. That's a bad snap, and Edwards can't corral it. He's picking it up, and it's going to be a huge loss. Boy, that was over from the get-go. 54 for the Panthers. Gerardo Chavez Rodriguez makes the stop all the way back. A huge loss for the Bobcats. Just a bad snap, low and inside. Edwards couldn't get it, and he takes a huge loss.
Yeah, on the previous possession for Woodland, there were a couple of snaps that were similar, and this time Edwards just can't get a hold of it, and it skips past him and causes about 20 yards in deficit here, so it's 2nd and 30.
Edwards will throw. He throws left side. Pass is caught. Woodham, and he's going to get a first down. Breakaway going all the way into Cleveland territory, and he is going to score. Parker Woodham, 55-yard reception on the swing pass. He got out of a tackle by number 40, Noah Longshore, who is probably the younger brother of Elijah, and Woodham goes 55 yards for the touchdown, and a touchdown for the Bobcats.
Well, that was a really good read right there by Edwards. Sort of saw some pressure coming. This dumps it out into the flat here, and Parker Woodham with a stiff arm, and then just runs away from the defense for the long touchdown. And there's an injured player down there in that corner where the touchdown took place.
It's a Woodland player, but I can't see who it is. With 6:48 to go in the game, a touchdown for the Bobcats. Parker Woodham, 55-yard catch. He's accounted for 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 in the reception game and 1 in the run game. Brock Edwards had a pretty good night. He's thrown 3 touchdowns.
It's Woodham that's down, and they're trying to stretch him out also. Looks like he's suffering from cramps.
Timeout is brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Do you want to attract a marketable timber? We are now offering online timber auctions to our list of services. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com to get top dollar for your timber. Injury timeout is over. 6:48 to go in the game. 53-27. The Panthers in front, but a pretty good score. On second down and 30, that play goes for 55. And a touchdown for the Cats. And Brock Edwards solidifying himself as our player of the week. It's going to be in a losing effort, but he will be our Regional Medical Center player of the week with 3 touchdown passes as Whitmore puts in the extra point. We'll step out for 30 seconds and be back with the kickoff. 6:48 to go in the game. 53-28 is your new score as you listen to Woodland High School football on the Eagle Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. TREA Outpatient Clinic provides a continuation of care in an outpatient setting, as well as providing therapy services to patients with any conditions that limit mobility. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
6:48 to go in the game. 53-28 is your score as the Panthers have the lead and well on their way to winning their 3rd region game of the season. Woodland's going to drop to 1-3 in region play, but still have an outside shot to make the playoffs. They play Westbrook Christian next week and then West End at the end of the season to wrap up their region schedule. Whitmore looking for an onside kick maybe. Instead, he pooches it, and it's going to be caught by a Cleveland up man, and it's going to be returned. It's number 15 for Cleveland. That is Samuel Aycock, who's caught a touchdown pass tonight, and he gets a pretty good return with 6:38 to go in the game. And, John, if anything to take away from this game, Westbrook Christian and West End ought to be very scared because this Woodland offense has shown they can definitely score.
Yeah, both those teams still on the docket for Woodland, and neither one of them setting the world on fire. So it's definitely winnable games for Woodland you can take out of this game. That your defense maybe have had its hands full tonight, but going forward here in the next couple of weeks, you got a couple of winnable games, and the offense has shown some promise tonight.
There is an injury for Woodland. We've seen a lot of this in the second half. 6:38 to go in the game. And I think it's hard to tell whether or not they're going to get the player up, so we'll keep it right here for now. 53-28 is your score. Reminder, next week we will be in Wadowee as Randolph County takes on Sacs on WLWE 94.7, streaming online, eagle1023.com. Luca Brown is the injured player. That injury timeout brought to you by Southern Auction Solutions. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We're experts at solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. Kickoff brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Ball at the Woodland 45 as we start this drive with 6:38 to go in the game. It looks like 22, Johnson is the new quarterback. Jacob Johnson, the new quarterback. He is a freshman. Motions a guy across the formation, and they will hand it to him left side, and not much on that play. We talked about number 44, Caleb Salamone, who's also a freshman. He was in the backfield on that play. He didn't get the carry on that play, but he is in the game for Cleveland offensively. 23 carried that ball. That is Kenneth Champion, a freshman as well.
Boy, Mick Bailey for the Woodland Bobcats that time on the right side just snowed under the run attempt there as they brought the receiver in motion to accept that handoff. And one of the few times they've contained those outside runs tonight.
2nd and 11 after the yard loss. Ball at the Woodland 46. 53-28, Cleveland in front. They run the play clock all the way down. Salamone gets it left side, goes nowhere. I think Big Matthew Butler was one of the guys in there to contact him first. 5:42 and counting in the game, 53-28, Cleveland on top.
Yeah, it was Matthew Butler at the time using his quickness to get in the backfield, and as the handoff was made, he's right there to put big paws on him and bring him down.
3rd down and 13 at the 48, the Woodland 48, with 5:22 and counting in the game. Last update we have was Randolph County and Wellborn were tied. Hanley was leading Lincoln 30-20 on our out-of-town scoreboard. Wadley's on the bye this week. They will face Otagoville next week for a spot to get to the postseason. Johnson will throw, and he throws down the middle of the field. Brian Morris couldn't get a hand on it, but it was overthrown anyways. He wanted number 23, Kenneth Champion. Guy McManus was also on the coverage. 4:59 to go in the game. 4th and 13 coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, the quarterback that time may have had to throw the ball a little before he wanted to. He didn't have a receiver in the area. It looked like he had one headed that way, and Brian Morris was trying to backpedal as quickly as he could, but he just could not get back there to get a hand on it or possibly make the interception.
That does help the Bobcats because with the clock stopped, they have a chance to put up another score. Trailing 53-28, Jay Douglas and John Stevens here with you. Spencer is our on-site producer. Jake and Kennis back inside our Eagle Sports Network studios. Punt. Morris has a chance at it. He gets a block trying to go right, being chased from behind, and then is wrapped up. Big number 12, Gillen, and number 5, Dean, were chasing him down, and they finally get Morris on the ground. 1st and 10 Woodland, though, with 4:47 to go in the game.
Well, it looked like Breyer, as he fielded that punt, looked like he may have a lane on that right side there, but Gillen and Dean were able to close that pretty quickly.
We are in Wadowee next week. Randolph County hosting Sachs. And that might be for a playoff spot if Randolph County does lose tonight. Hanley was winning last we saw, so they'll clinch a playoff berth with that win and be in the driver's seat to win the region. Jackson Loveborn, your new quarterback, hands it off to Guy McManus going up the middle. Pretty good game for Guy. And he held onto that ball, and he'll have a 1st down for the Bobcats with 4:39 to go in the game.
Yeah, give right up the middle there to Guy McManus. He was able to shoot forward, and it looked like a good 6 to 8 yards, and they're only going to give him 6 on the board. But sets up a short 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage was the 30, and now the line of scrimmage is the 36. 4:16 to go in the game. Woodland trails 53-28. As Loveborn will fake it to McManus and keep it right side. He's got himself a lane, gets past one tackler, cuts back, still on his feet, and finally tackled by a host of Cleveland Panthers. But that's a 1st down for the Bobcats with 4 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10, Woodland.
That was an excellent read by Loveborn because the back, McManus, was hammered by Luis Salcedo after the fake, and Lavorne was able to get up and down for a pretty good gain that time.
18-yard play, ball at the Cleveland 44 with 3:45 to go in the game. Woodland trying to put up another touchdown. Loveborn takes a snap, pitches it left. McManus looking for a hole. He's going left. He's going to cut it outside. He's going to get out of one tackle and close to his 1st down. Might have picked it up. He did. He got 11 on the play, maybe 12. Another 1st down for the Cats.
Micah Oberdeen that time looked like he thought about slinging him out of bounds there, but thought better of it after the play was well out of bounds.
11-yard play. They give it to McManus up the middle, and not much. A helmet comes off of a Cleveland player. Line of scrimmage is the 33 of Cleveland. So an 11-yard play by McManus, and then on that play, gained nothing as we come up on the 3-minute mark to go in the game. 53-28, Woodland trailing.
Yeah, runs on the interior so far tonight for Woodland have been tough to come by. They have had some success on the outside with Edwards and with McManus and Parker.
2nd and 11, and Loveborn will throw. He looks right. He throws right. Pass incomplete. I think he wanted Morales there, and it bounced off Morales, and actually it was Pierman, and that ball bounced away from Pierman, incomplete. 2:46. Clock is stopped. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it was Levi Pierman on that side, and that looked like the defensive lineman may have gotten his hand up. I don't know if he was able to affect that ball or not, but Lavorne couldn't get the ball initially out of his hand to because of the defender there, but it was off of Pierman.
They will fake the ball to Woodham, and Loveborn keeps it, and he was contacted right at his first down. It's going to be close, and it looks like he's going to be short. 2:34 and counting here in the game, and obviously 4-down territory for the Bobcats. It's going to be 4th and a little bit less than a yard at the 24-yard line.
That was 54. Chavez Rodriguez on the tackle for Cleveland, but pretty decent pickup there for Lavorne. He just wasn't able to get past Chavez Rodriguez.
4th down and 4 coming up for the Bobcats. Lavorne will throw. He's got some time. He throws it right, and it's caught to Jacob Champion, I believe, and that's a first down. That ball hung up there. It seemed like forever, but when it came down, Champion was there, and the Bobcats keep the drive alive.
Yeah, Champion just runs sort of a down and out, and Lavorne just puts the ball right on the money, really. The ball may have had a little more air in it than you want on an out pattern, but like you said, Jay, he was able to corral it and get that first down.
19-yard play, 1:53 to go in the game. And they will hand it to McManus going left. He got out of one tackle, can't get out of another, but he avoids a loss of yardage. It'll be second down coming up for the Cats as they try to put up a touchdown here before the end of the game.
That's Luis Salcedo again in the backfield. He almost had McManus, and he was able to sort of squirt his way out of that tackle, but he couldn't avoid the second tackle. But he's they got it marked as 2nd and 10 on the board, but he was able to get forward.
I think he got 5. He got 4 instead. They'll hand McManus again. He's out of one tackle, out of another, going to the pylon, and short. He was thrown out of bounds just short of the goal line, but it'll be another first down. With 1:10 to go in the game, Woodland trying to put up another touchdown and feel a little bit better about the drive home. It will be a loss, but they're still fighting. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Bobcats. They're going to mark it. I thought he got inside the 10, but they call it at the 10-yard line. So first and goal from the 4 now. And they'll try McManus up the middle. Goes left, and is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Bobcats! Guy McManus from 4 yards out puts Woodland on the scoreboard, and Woodland scores 34 in the game.
That's a really good effort right there. On the drive itself, let's see, I'm trying to come up with a defender's name there, but it's hard to see down that way, Jay. But Guy McManus really showed us something on that drive with the interior runs, the toughness there, the toughness to be able to bounce it outside, and they're going to try this extra point to try to make it 53-35.
They're actually going to go for 2. Got a man in the back of the end zone and caught. Tate Bradford for the 2-point conversion from Jackson Loveborn to make it 53-36.
Nice little play. Just something to work on there late in the 4th. Time expiring, really. Just something to work on, something to give the guys on the schedule, something to look at there. Woodland's showing a lot of fight, Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. The score will be a 17-point difference, barring a kick return for a touchdown. But Woodland fought to the very end. Just unfortunate that they made a couple mistakes, and Cleveland was able to capitalize on those. John, tough news from Roanoke. Lincoln scores 14 unanswered points to win 34-30 over Hanley. That's a tough one for Hanley to take right there.
Yeah, we've seen them struggle against Lynette, where they seemed like they had a lead and just couldn't maintain it. But we'll have to get the reports back from that one. That's interesting, and now it sets up some more opportunities for Wadley, but for Hanley.
Whitmore kicking away, and it's going to be caught by the Cleveland return man. He's going to cut it left, cut back right, and he is going to take it all the way. It's number 15, Aycock. He will score for Cleveland, and that will make it 59-36 as Aycock runs it all the way back. I couldn't see where he caught the ball, but it's a kick return for a touchdown nonetheless. That kickoff is brought to you by State Farm agent Ken Seifert. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. So 59-36 as Aycock scores his second touchdown of the night, and it's on a kick return.
So, Jay, if that score is correct from Handling Lincoln game, that mostly assures Hanley will not win the region, I would think.
Yeah, that kick is blocked because Lincoln's already defeated Talladega and Hanley still has to play them. So Lincoln definitely has the tiebreakers that they need as the kick fails. You can still wrap up a playoff spot if you beat Leeds next week. That's who's on the schedule for the Hanley Tigers. But a 14-point unanswered streak for Lincoln, and they come out of Roanoke with a big win, and that will more than likely give them the region title, depending on what happens the final 2 weeks of the season in region play.
Right, we had watched the scores from their games, from their previous games in the region, and we had pointed to tonight as being very important for Hanley for the region as a whole. And it sounds like Lincoln has come away with that one in the later stages of that game.
So 59-36 your score here. Jay Douglas, John Stevens here wrapping up this Cleveland and Woodland game. Spencer is our on-site producer tonight, filling in for Francis, who was a little under the weather, did not make the trip with us. Jake and Kenneth back inside our Eagle Sports Network studios. Appreciate them and the hard work they do. Brock Edwards is going to officially be our Regional Medical Center Player of the Week. Congratulations to him. That's a squib kick and picked up by Loveborn with 41 seconds to go in the game. And we'll see if Woodland wants to just run it and get out of here or if they want to try and move the ball downfield and get a touchdown here. Woodland is not done yet. They have Westbrook Christian next week and then West End the week after. If you win those two games, you can still back your way into the 4 seed in this region. And if I'm the two teams remaining on this schedule, I mean, Woodland has definitely opened my eyes with this game tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. Look, Cleveland is a tough team to defend, and we've seen that tonight. They're pretty good offensively.
McManus, first man through, going right, and he's going to be thrown down by big number 57, Emeryce Putman. And that might do it, depending on what Coach Armstrong for Woodland wants to do. They do not have to snap it again. And Woodland is looking to the sideline as if they want to run another play. 2nd and 9 from the 45. Again, we're in Wadowee next week for Randolph County hosting Sachs. I'm trying to get a Randolph County scoreboard update, but we'll be on the air at 6:30 with game time at 7 on WLWE 94.7 from Randolph County. Parker Woodham gets the final carry. Tackle made by the Cleveland defender, number 55. That is Riley Branham, and that brings this game to a close. 59-36 in favor of Cleveland as the homecoming is a happy one for them, and Woodland will have to head back to the drawing board with 2 really tough games with the season on the line the next couple of weeks. John, before we take our first break, give me some initial thoughts on this game which we saw tonight.
Well, just the fight that Woodland has shown here. Most of their guys playing both ways and just having to defend this run game. They showed a lot of heart tonight, put a lot of points on the board. The best offensive performance that we've seen out of them this year. Defensively, just war on them all night. And they have 2 winnable games coming up. They just have to take them one at a time. And I know you and I both look forward to getting updates from that next week as we're down in Wadowee.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout and begin our post-game coverage. 59-36, Cleveland wins the ball game. Post-game coverage is next as you listen to Woodland High School football on WELR Eagle 102.3. Back in 2 minutes.
Whether it's urgent care or primary care, RMC's Roanoke Rural Health and Urgent Care Center is here to meet your family health care needs. Our clinic provides CT scans, ultrasounds, digital x-rays, and stress tests, as well as primary or special care services. Located at 1950 Main Street in Roanoke, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. RMC Urgent Care and Rural Health Center, the right care right here.
The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season. The Rehab Center and TREA at Trailer Retirement Community in Roanoke offer a wide range of therapy services that will help you get back on your feet and cheering for your team. Their highly skilled team of physical, occupational, and speech therapists offer intensive 6-day-a-week therapy services for all medical needs, including orthopedic and post-surgical care, stroke, and generalized weakness rehab. Serving the area for 15 years, the Rehab Center and TREA are there to help improve your quality of life. For more information, call 334-863-3500. The Randolph County Sheriff's Department is a proud supporter of all the local area schools. Whether you're a Tiger, a Bulldog, or a Bobcat, the Sheriff's Department would like to wish all the students, faculty, support staff, and families of Randolph County a great 2019 and 2020 school year. On behalf of Sheriff David Cofield and all the personnel at the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, we would like to remind you to buckle up, drive responsibly, and let's have an amazing football season.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Back here at Cleveland as Cleveland wins the game. They win it 59-36 as they scored a kickoff return touchdown at the final minute. So, John, we kind of jumped the gun. I got an update that Hanley still has 4 minutes left. They trail by 4. Randolph County did win over Wellborn 17-14, but I have a Sachs update. Looks like Sachs did win 14-3. So next week, Randolph County will have to beat Sachs to get into the postseason.
Yeah, so you and I get a first-hand view of that one. We'll be scoreboard watching, I'm sure, for our other area teams. But that's good news. Hopefully for Hanley, if they can stage a comeback there. But Randolph County and Sachs next week, I'm looking forward to that.
Wadley had the bye week this week. They play Otagoville. It is a home game for the Bulldogs, and that will be for a playoff spot. Otagoville was playing Billingsley tonight. I have not been able to get any updates from that one. So just some thoughts on Wadley as we wrap things up here from this game.
Yeah, so everything's in front of them. They can take care of business next week. They obviously won't win the region now, but they have an opportunity next week with Otagoville to put themselves in the playoffs.
So schedule for next week, of course, we'll be in Wedowee for the Randolph County game. Hanley heads out on the road to take on Leeds. Woodland is back at home to take on Westbrook Christian, and then Wadley at home against Otagoville. Let me run through the scoreboard update, and then we'll take one final timeout and wrap the broadcast up. So the scoring got started on a Matthew Walker 48-yard catch. It was 7-0 at that point. Parker Woodham with a 31-yard reception made it 7-7. Cleveland jumps on top on a Matthew Walker 3-yard run, makes it 14-7. And then Walker had a 38-yard run as well. It was 21-7 at that point. Woodland made it 21-14 on a Parker Woodham 20-yard run. Cleveland right back, a Pierce Gilliland 57-yard run made it 28-14. It was 28-21 on a Briar Morris 42-yard catch from Brock Edwards. And then right before the half, a Samuel Aycock 6-yard catch made it 34-21. Elijah Longshore got the scoring started in the second half, made a 6-yard run, 40-21 at that point. And then Matthew Walker with another 3-yard run was 46-21. And then they scored another touchdown. Stephen Dean with a catch to make it 53-21 at that point. And then Parker Woodham, a 55-yard catch, made it 53-28. Guy McManus with a 4-yard run made it 53-36. And then there was a kickoff return from Aycock for a touchdown to bring us to our final score of 59-36. John, as you look at that scoring recap, just your final takeaways from this Woodland-Cleveland game tonight.
Well, just the promise, I think, for Woodland that you got some hope and you got a couple of winnable games, probably some tough-fought games coming up for you, but take them one at a time, and the opportunities lay there before you. You didn't get this one done tonight, but you did do some good things on offense, and I think the run game for Cleveland just wore on the defense so badly. And in the second half, we saw a number of times our Bobcats would go down with cramps, and we hope everything's okay in that regard and going forward. But I think there's hope. There's room for optimism there, and hopefully next week it can start with a win.
Sponsors on tonight's broadcast: Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morningstar Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. We'll step out for a 2-minute break, and I'll be back to wrap things up in 2 minutes on the Eagle Sports Network.
How long's it been since you've had a great steak? Go to Gedney's Restaurant and Grill in Roanoke and give yourself a treat. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill features specialty cut steaks, and they use a very special marinade. You'll love it. Gedney's has delicious steaks, starting with the 8-ounce Little Joe sirloin, or choose the delicious 12-ounce ribeye. If you want a great steak, go to Gedney's. Gedney's Restaurant and Grill, more than just a steakhouse, located on Highway 431 in Roanoke.
Dentistry isn't all about teeth. It's about listening and treating patients like family. At Dr. Michael Edwards' office, that's what you'll get. Located in Wedowee, Dr. Edwards' team of highly qualified dental specialists are there to address all of your dental needs, accepting patients ages 4 and up and offering a full complement of dental services, including implants, oral surgery with IV sedation, full mouth replacement, and prevention and treatment of gum disease. For more information, visit them online at miketooth.com or call 256-357-2882 to schedule your appointment. Keep those winning smiles bright.
There are places where the sunrise is still savored, where spirits and energy soar, where neighbors are more like family, and where big things come in small packages. Welcome to Wadley, Alabama, a great place to raise a family, grow a business, or enjoy your next great adventure. Located along the beautiful Tallapoosa River, Wadley gives you all the safety small town life has to offer while being a convenient distance from the amenities of big cities. No matter the distance traveled, you always feel the enjoyment of returning home. On behalf of Mayor Donna McKay and the Wadley Town Council, welcome to Wadley, where roots run deep and futures bloom.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union often offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career. I really needed a calculus class, but couldn't fit calculus into my schedule this semester. So I went to Southern Union, and it transferred back to my university.
Keep going at Southern Union. Your journey has just begun. For more information, visit suscc.edu.
Now back to the field for Alabama area high school football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Final segment here from Cleveland, Alabama. Cleveland a winner tonight, 59-36. Woodland falls to 1-6 on the season, 1-3 in region play. Cleveland now goes to 3-5 and 3-2 in region play. John, your final comments as we get set for Randolph County and Sacs next week.
Well, Jay, looking forward to that one. If I could just, for just 1 second, just say something personal. About 15 years ago exactly, my wife and I were just blessed with one of the most incredible people that she and I would ever meet. That's our son. And CJ, I just want to say, if you're listening, buddy, happy birthday. In a lot of ways, he's my best friend, and just couldn't be more proud of him. But for football-wise, I'm looking forward to Woodland winning these next 2 games. That's going to be what I'm looking forward to. And all of our area teams with a lot to play for here. It just gives it as the weather has cooled off, and thankfully tonight the rain has held off. As the weather cools off and we're at these games and we're scoreboard watching, it makes for a lot of fun. And to know that all of our region, all of our area teams are have something to look forward to, it makes doing this on Friday nights well worth it.
Absolutely. All teams still alive for the playoff. As we wrap things up, John, again, you did a great job, and look forward to seeing you next weekend with Dowie, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jay, man. You're doing a great job. Considering our vantage point, I mean, you're really spot on with a lot of spots tonight, and I'm just real happy to be a part of this broadcast team. Thanks to everybody back in the studio as well.
Absolutely. When life gives you lemons, you just got to make lemonade, and that's what we did tonight. Airtime next week at 6:30. We'll be on WLWE 94.7. Randolph County hosting Sacs. Randolph County was a winner tonight. Sacs was a winner as well, so that game is for a playoff spot for your Randolph County Tigers. Hanley was trailing 34-30 last time we saw. If they go on and lose that game, they head out on the road to take on Leeds. Woodland returns home to take on Westbrook Christian, and Wadley, coming off the bye, is at home against Otagoville. All 4 teams still alive for the postseason. Sponsors: Southern Union State Community College, Regional Medical Center, Trailers Retirement Community, Gedney's Restaurant, Morningstar Christian Gear, Town of Wadley and Mayor Donna McKay, the Randolph County Sheriff's Department, and Dr. Michael Edwards Dentistry. State Farm agent Ken Seifert sponsors our kickoff. State Farm knows that your car and home are things you've worked so hard for, so give them the protection they deserve. Call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke today at 334-863-2428. Southern Auction Solutions sponsors our timeout. Have you been appointed executor over an estate or feeling overwhelmed? Let us show you the way. We are experts in solving complex estate problems by professional solutions. Contact Ron Young or visit southernauctionsolutions.com. And our Regional Medical Center sponsors our Player of the Week. Our Player of the Week is Brock Edwards, the quarterback for Woodland, threw 3 touchdowns tonight, had a pretty good game. Brock Edwards is your Regional Medical Center Player of the Week. That's going to do it here from Cleveland, Alabama. Again, we're in Wadowee next week. Randolph County hosting Sacs. Airtime at 6:30, game time at 7 on WLWE 94.7. Big thanks to Jake and Kenneth back in our Eagle Sports Network studios. Thank you to Spencer for producing on site here. And from our broadcast partner, John Stevens, I am Jay Douglas saying good night. We'll talk to you next time, and go Bobcats.
Why choose Southern Union?
Between working and family responsibilities, I thought I'd never be able to go to school. But Southern Union offered flexible schedules for both day and night courses.
At Southern Union, I was able to take classes that gave me hands-on experience to aid in my future career.